Hello, hi, good morning, good evening, good night. Hi. Bagunnara. In online app, people are giving reply. YouTube replies off. No problem, no problem. Chat is off. Yeah, okay, no problem. So, what about the paper? Means writing a paper of 180 question only in physics is itself a achievement. Getting marks is also achievement, but more than that achievement is giving a paper of 180 questions in physics. That is a bigger achievement. So are you feeling a little proud that you have achieved something? Is that proud feeling is coming? You have given 4 hours exam, and that 4-hour exam was totally of physics only. So sense of achievement coming in the mind. We have achieved some marks. Okay, marks came, not came. If not came, some questions you're not able to do, you learn those questions, that is fine. But achievement you got. Entire India, no one give exam of physics only. And that exam of 4 hours and 180 question entirely of physics. So that itself achievement. I'm just trying to motivate all of you. No problem, yeah. So one achievement you already got by doing this paper of 180 question. And this all 180 questions were not normal question. It's not like that simple questions taken from somewhere, no. All these 180 questions are the questions of NCERT, either NCERT solved example or NCERT exercise question or NCERT exemplar. So these are the 3 sources of this paper that we had. Yeah. And purpose of conducting this paper was to make you learn the model's language of NCERT. So is it okay? Is it okay? Are you feeling okay after getting a paper like that, where all questions were either NCERT solved example? That's why it's not normal marathon. It's marathon gold. Gold that will make you diamond. Diamond means doctor in the NEET 2026. Yeah. So that's why, okay, no problem. Yeah. So one achievement you already got, that you have successfully attended the paper where all 180 questions were of physics. And duration of paper was 4 hours, one achievement. Second achievement, maybe you will get marks, less marks, more marks. That is not important now. Important is how to get all the important models of NCERT. NCERT solved example, NCERT exercise question, NCERT exemplar question. So all those questions we have in this paper. Source of the paper, now people are saying good evening. Vaishnavi, good evening. Sana, okay. Yes, sir. No problem. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with our paper discussion. And your marathon gold was taken by 4 teachers. So the teachers who took the chapter, questions of those chapter only they will discuss. Means I took first year track 1 as well as electrostatic. Second year track 1 electrostatic part I took. So these topic questions, 45 questions are there in the paper. Those 45 questions I will discuss. Remaining 45 question of track 1 will be discussed by Amit sir. Similarly, same thing will happen for Mohit sir. Same thing will happen for Manish sir. So we'll start. I will discuss all the question of track 1 of junior inter as well as electrostatic of senior inter. Is it okay? So don't think we are skipping some questions. No, we'll discuss the questions whose topic we took during our marathon goal. No problem. Yeah. So let's start with our paper discussion. Chalo bhai, shuru karte hain because time is less. Because discussing 180 question in physics itself will take 3 hours. Yeah, okay. Because we'll not discuss randomly like this question not done. All the models we will discuss. Because all are important. Why, sir, you are discussing all the question? Because all questions are important. Because NCERT source is NCERT. Either NCERT solved example, exercise or exemplar. So let's start. No problem. So I will not ask whether you are able to do this question or not able to do this question. I will discuss all the question. Yeah. If any question you are feeling difficulty, you will learn. If you don't feel difficulty, then you are good, no problem. Yeah. So in that, question number 9, 10 and 11. These are the 3 questions whose topic I took in our marathon gold, and those questions we will discuss, no problem. Question number 9. Let's start. Yeah. In question number 9, you are seeing, you already know, bat is there. I'm not asking whether you are able to do or not. Easy, I know this question, most of you are able to do, but okay. I will discuss each and every question because for some people it may be tough. For most of the people easy, but for some people may be tough, language stuff. So that's why, yeah. So question number 9. In question number 9, one ball is there, which is coming with momentum mv, colliding with the bat, and collision is elastic. Collision is elastic means ball will rebound back with the same momentum. That is mv. That means what direction will be reversed. That means change in momentum will be now 2 mv. You already know if the ball comes with momentum mv, rebounds with momentum mv, change in momentum will be not 0. Change in momentum will be 2 mv. So 2 mv is the change in momentum. They are asking you average force. So average force you already know, delta P by delta T. Now delta P is your 2 mv. Delta T is the time of contact which is given there. All the data given, that kilometer per hour. Your V is given 126 kilometer per hour. That must be converted to meter per second. That is, for that you will multiply with 5 by 18. Then you will put it here, mass in gram must be converted to kg. You know how to convert, and if you put there, you will get the average force. Is it okay, bhai? So question number, sir, why ball will rebound back with the same momentum mv? Because collision is elastic. If collision is not elastic, then different speed it will rebound. But given elastic collision, means we are, yeah, elastic collision, that's why we will say it will rebound with same momentum mv. So question number 9 done. Let's move to question number 10. In question number 10, they are saying you one mass of 5 kg is moving in a circle. This is NCERT exemplar question, no problem. Moving in circle means it is rotating in circle. If it is rotating in circle, that means you can find, and they're asking you what is its kinetic energy. So ball is rotating in circle. That means you can write its rotational kinetic energy. Moving in circle, or we can say particle is rotating in circle. If it is rotating in circle, that means it will have rotational kinetic energy, which you already know, half I omega square. Important model by NCERT exemplar question, half I omega square. Now from here value you already know, half I you can write, this is a particle which is going in the circle. So I will be mr square. Omega you can find because frequency is given. So frequency is given 300 revolution per minute. That means first you have to convert per minute, has to be converted into second. That means frequency will come 5. Once frequency will come 5, omega you can write as 2 pi f. So omega will come 10 pi. So that omega you can put here 10 pi square. Now you can put all the mass value given, R value given. You will get the rotational kinetic energy. That is the kinetic energy which this body will have. So easy only, not tough, but not that much easy. Yeah, NCERT exemplar question. None of the questions are easy question. Intentionally we gave little tough question because exemplar question we have to do. So that's why given. Yeah. So question number 10 also done. Question number 11, I think solved example of NCERT, which I told you also. Car moving will collide with the spring. So you already know kinetic energy of the car will convert to spring potential energy. So half mv square will be equal to half k into x max square. This is a question we discussed during our marathon gold also. How much maximum compression it will produce. So just you have to put the value, you will get the answer. All the values data given, just put the data, solve, Munchie data given, you'll get Munchie answer. That will come 2. That answer will come 2. I remember the answer. NCERT exactly same value. Only this U has to be, this V has to be converted from kilometer per hour to meter per second. For that you have to multiply with 5 by 18. So same model of NCERT, exactly same data also, and it can come in the NEET also. Now let's move to remaining question. Next question from my part. Oh my God. Now next question came, that is question number 27. Again important question, NCERT exercise question based on rotational equilibrium. Question number 27, again important model, NCERT exercise question. You can check also, data is also same. We solve only these questions. This paper is not only paper, this paper is also an assignment. You want, na sir, NCERT question, important question we want from NCERT which can come directly in the paper, in the NEET paper. These are the question. Every question of NCERT cannot come because some are very lengthy. But these are the question which can be asked. So this is a question bank of NCERT. Treat this paper also as a question bank of NCERT, assignment specially designed from NCERT, and complete it. So if you are not able to do any question, don't worry about that. Learn for that question. It's a NCERT assignment. You can treat it a question bank of NCERT. So now let's talk about question number 27. Again, important question. If you have not done this question previously and suddenly if it will come in the NEET, you may struggle. That's why we give here to practice this question. So 1 meter scale is there. Okay. 1 meter scale is there. Now this meter scale is balanced at the midpoint. Okay, no problem. Why it is balanced at the midpoint? Because this is a uniform meter scale. So of course it will be balanced, its center will be present in the middle. So that's why it's balanced in the middle, no problem. Now they are saying when two coins means mass of the meter scale, it is balanced at its center, means we can assume mass of the meter scale to be present at center, that is at 50 centimeter. Now what they're saying, this is first situation. Second situation, they are saying when two coins, each of mass 5 gram, so 5 gram means total mass which you are putting is your 10 gram. If these are placed at 12 centimeter, then meter scale is balanced at 45 centimeter mark. Then your knife has to come at 40 centimeter mark. That means your center will be, that means your mg of your meter there at 50 centimeter mark. So this is the question where you are putting two coins at 12 centimeter mark. Then in order to balance, you have to put the scale is found to be balanced at 45 centimeter. Means your scale is now balanced at 45 centimeter. Now I'll simply say if it is balanced at 45 centimeter, about this support, again net torque has to be 0. So left side torque has to be balanced by right side torque. Left side torque, that is M1 R1 of left side. M1 R1 of left side. M1 10 gram. R1, this R1. So this is 40. That means this R1 will come, this R1 will come. 45 minus 12. 45 minus 12. That is 33. That will be balanced by M2 R2 of right side. M2 is the mass of the meter scale. R2 will be 5. Because its center is in the middle. Now support is at 45. So this will be your 5 into 5. Now from here this will get cancelled. So M will come 66 gram. Given in gram, answer will also come in the gram. We are using simple concept. M1 R1 of left side should be equal to M2 R2 of right side. If you are not able to do, please check this question again. Important model. Only this model is given in NCERT from equilibrium. From equilibrium, they have given only this model. So they can ask you. So that's why be careful. Yeah. So that's how we have completed our question number 27. Let's move to question number 28. In 28, they are asking you work done to stop a rolling body. One body is rolling. If you want to stop the rolling body, that means you have to destroy its total kinetic energy. You already know, I have also told you, work done will be, So if you want to stop a rolling body, you have to destroy entire kinetic energy rolling energy, kinetic energy of rolling. And kinetic energy of rolling you already know, half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square. Means translational plus rotational. It's a ring. Hoop means, yeah, this question is also one previous question. People start thinking, what is hoop? Hoop means ring. In childhood, we used to have na hoop by something we used to take, we used to rotate like this. So hoop means ring. So mind in your brain, this NCERT exercise question, hoop means ring. And for ring k square by r square, you already know. For ring k square by r square will come 1. You can put k square by r square here, remaining data given, just put solve, you'll get the answer. So work done to stop a rolling body will be equal to its total kinetic energy of rolling. That is translation plus rotation. That value comes half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square. Same model, same thing is there in your main notes also. So you can go through it. No problem. NCERT exercise question. Yeah. Let's move to the next question. Next question. Question number 36. I think just now I told. In our marathon NCERT again solved example, marathon gold I told. Road will do work on cyclist because cyclist has displacement. So work on cyclist by road. That will come. Road is applying resistive force. Because due to that force only it is stopping. So that work will come negative. So minus 200 into displacement of the cyclist 10. So work done by work on cyclist by road. That is the first part. How much work does road do on cyclist? So force on cyclist into displacement of cyclist. And since resistive force, so minus. So work will come minus 2000 joule. But work done by cyclist on road, work on road by cyclist will come 0. Why it will come 0? Because displacement of the road will be 0. Is it okay, bhai? Again, NCERT solved example. NCERT solved example. So you cannot leave it. Important question. Already told in marathon gold. बहुत अच्छे से explain किया था मैंने ये भी बताया था. Assertion reasoning question is also asked from here. Action reaction forces will not always do equal and opposite work. That is, cyclist road will do work on cyclist because cyclist has displacement, but cyclist will not do any work on road because road has no displacement. So that is how we can get this question. Question number 37. Same question of NCERT again solved example. Only I have designed the option. That's it. NCERT is, this is what I told. This paper people may take lightly. But if they don't practice, they will realize after NEET exam, when they will see the same question of NCERT came, same question was given in marathon gold. So that's why consider this paper also as an assignment. फिर से एक बार बैठ के इसको बनाना, नीट में जाने से पहले एक बार फिर से 180 क्वेश्चंस को देखना, because these are NCERT questions given. Tomorrow it can come directly in your NEET exam also. So question number 37, that's why I'm discussing. Otherwise they are also discussed. Again I am discussing. So here I told you lamina is there. So what you can do, you can divide this lamina into 3 parts. This is the origin. Each part will have same mass as m, m, m. Now for this part you can locate its center. Its center will come. This is 2 meter, this is 1 meter, this is 1 by 2. So it's x coordinate for this particle. For this part, center is here. What will be its coordinate? Mass m, what will be its coordinate? X coordinate 1 by 2, y coordinate also 1 by 2, 2, half 1, 1 half 1 by 2. Same will happen for y coordinate. Second will be this part. This part, this is square. So its mass is also m. And what is its center? This is 2, this is 1, and this is 1 by 2. So x coordinate will be 1 by, x coordinate will be 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Y coordinate will be same, 1 by 2. Similarly for this part, mass m. What is its coordinate, sir? X coordinate will be a by 2. Y coordinate, x coordinate will be 1 by 2. Y coordinate will be 1 plus 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. Now once you have coordinate of each part, now you can find XCOM, M1 X1 Y, M1 X1 plus M2 X2 plus M3 X3 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. Similarly, you can find YCOM, M1 Y1 plus M2 Y2 plus M3 Y3 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. So same model of NCERT, important model, नहीं छोड़ सकते. You cannot leave it. You cannot leave it at all. So once you can go through it, I already told, no problem. Yeah. Question number 38, I think same question, NCERT solved example. I told you there also that paper will have all the question of either exercise or NCERT solved example or exemplar question. This NCERT solved example, I think everyone will get. So first we will find frequency. Frequency will come n by t. Number of revolution per unit time. That means frequency will come 7 by 100. Once frequency will come, omega will come 2 pi f. Now from here omega will come. Directly it came 0.44 rad per second. Now no need to calculate remaining one. Once first option there, you got it. If you want, you can calculate. V will be coming as omega r. R given, put here omega, you calculated. If they ask you acceleration, you already know this is a uniform circular motion because steadily moving means only acceleration means centripetal acceleration. That will be omega square r. Or you can use V square by r also, no problem. So you'll get AC also. So no problem in question number 38, already told by. If you feel still difficulty after paper discussion also, तो NCERT खोल के एक बार देख लेना, एक बार NCERT खोल के देख लेना. सर अभी भी मुझे नहीं बन रहा है तो क्या करूं? NCERT खोल के देख भाई, जहां से क्वेश्चन दिया है वहां से देख, इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है. Let's move to the next question. Now question number remaining question number 43. Question number 43 again NCERT solved example. If you remember, for this question I wasted some time also. This question in the marathon gold. Question number 40 maybe tough, but no problem. Yeah, but important model, we cannot leave it. So NCERT solved example. One metal bar is there. Okay, length of the metal bar is given 70 centimeter. Two supports are there. Same question I told. 10 centimeter from both sides. Means if you check, this is at 10 centimeter and this is at 60 centimeter. Because total is 70, this is 10. So this is at 60 centimeter mark and this is at 10 centimeter mark. No problem. mg of the rod will be in the middle. That is at 35 centimeter mark. That will be mg. G we can take 9.8. Okay, no problem, but we'll take 10 now. At the end we will do slight change. Slight change will come in the answer. G I am taking 10. So mg of the rod. Scale meter bar, yeah, 4 kg means 40 here. And you are hanging one more mass. 30 centimeter. If you remember, same question discussed. Not easy. I'm not saying easy. Here you will have 60 Newton. That is the mg of hanging mass. Now I told you first you can write translational equilibrium. Here N1, here N2. So total up force N1 plus N2 will be equal to total down force 60 plus 40. 60 plus 40, that is 100. 100 means if you take G 9.8, it will come 98. If we are taking G 10, so that's why we are getting 100. But if you take G 9.8, it will come 98. Means N1 plus, if I take G 9.8, then N1 plus N2 will come 6 plus 4, 10. 10 kg into 9.8, 98. Now first, before solving further, we can check the option. Any option is giving N1 plus N2 98. Third option is giving. No need to further do. No need to further do. Third option is directly giving. If you add these two, N1 plus N2, that will come 98. So directly you can get. If you want to get N1 and N2 exact value, then I told then you have to write torque about a given point. Then you have to write torque about N1. Someone said, sir, I want N1. Or someone said, sir, I want exact value of N1. Then about N2, you can write net torque. About this point, net torque will be 0. About this point, you can write net torque. Who will give torque? N1 will give torque. N1 will give upward torque, you can say. So that torque will become N1 into R perpendicular. This is the R perpendicular. This R perpendicular will become, this is at 60. This is at 10. So it will become 50. 60 minus 10, that is 50. This will be, this up torque will be balanced by total down torque. Down torque will come due to whom? 60 into R perpendicular. This R perpendicular will come. Same question explained. That is 30 plus 40 into R perpendicular, because this is also giving you down torque. 40 into R perpendicular. R perpendicular will now become 25. So from here you can get exact value of N1. Once you get exact value of N1, you can put here, you'll get N2. Not easy question, but told. Marathon Gold, this question I explained. And I told you I will give you this question. Is it okay, bhai? Questions are tough. Yeah, because all questions from NCERT will means tough questions are there. Yeah, okay, no problem. But you can do. You can do by just balancing the torque. तो एक बार फिर से देखना. If tomorrow they want tough question from NCERT from chapter rotational, this is the most important model. एक बार फिर से बैठ के इसको देखना. My saying will not help you. मैंने तो यही बताया था वहां भी मैराथन गोल्ड में, but you're not able to get now because some of the things we learned by ourselves. So you have to sit again and again you have to do. Let's move to question number 44. 44 you already know. Field lines cannot pass through conductor. And all the field lines will terminate at one end of conductor. New field lines will originate from the other end. So first option is only correct. NCERT exemplar question. Exemplar का पहला question है electrostatic का. Charge Q, from positive charge Q, field lines will originate. Here metal surface is there, conductor is there. So these field lines will terminate perpendicularly on one side. And new field lines will originate perpendicularly from other side. So that's why this is correct. This is wrong. Because here they are terminating and here also they are coming back. No, they will terminate from one side and new field lines will originate from other side. In second situation, field lines are here, this side also terminating, this side also terminating. This is not possible. All the field lines terminate at one side of conductor, new field lines originate from other side of the conductor, and while originating, they become perpendicular to the surface of the metal. So that's why this was wrong. This is totally wrong. Because they are not terminating perpendicularly. This is also wrong because one side once originating and one side. This is also wrong. So first option was correct. 43 or 45, easy. Flux means Q enclosed by epsilon naught. For all the surfaces, Q is same inside. So flux will be same. So that's why same in all the cases. Let's move further. Question number 50, again exemplar question, already told in our M notes. This question is there. Most of you will be able to do. Still, if you are not able to do, तो एक बार देख ले भाई, एक बार देख ले, एक बार देख ले, एक बार देख ले. So I will simply say, first thing, it's a non-uniform electric field. In uniform electric field, net force on the dipole will be always 0. But this is non-uniform electric field. Why non-uniform electric field? Because field lines are not parallel. So that's why non-uniform electric field, then dipole will experience force. And how to check that force, sir? I can check. If you check here, two charges are there. Dipole means one is minus Q, one is plus Q. Now minus Q will experience force. Minus Q will experience, you can check. Both will experience force in opposite direction. So simply check the charge which will experience more force. Which charge will experience more force? Where field will be more. So at this minus Q, field lines are closer. That means at minus Q, field will be more. If field will be more at minus Q will experience more force. If minus Q will experience more force, it will decide net force on the dipole. And minus Q experience force in which direction? Opposite to the field. So field is towards right. minus q will experience force towards left. So this and this force, this will experience towards left, this will experience towards right, but this will experience more force. Why more force? Because their field is more. So that means more force will decide overall motion, means overall dipole will move towards left. When it will move towards left, force will be towards left, net force will be towards left, it will move towards left, potential energy of the system will decrease. So this is also important question, exemplar question. Yeah. 1 year 2021 it came also. Need 2021 it came also. There they also asked what about potential energy? Potential energy will decrease. Let's move further. We don't have more time. Now question number 51, NCERT exercise question. They are asking you power. So you already know constant acceleration. So F will be ma, V will be equal to U plus AT. That means V will be AT. Now from here power you already know instantaneous power. They are asking power at any time t. You can write force into velocity. That is ma into velocity will be AT. That means it will become ma square into t. Means power will be directly proportional to t. That is our second option. Let's move further. This is also important model by NCERT exercise. Question number, I think this question also we have discussed during our marathon gold NCERT solved example. That force will give you torque. Torque will be equal to I alpha. That force 25 Newton will give torque. That is 25 into R. I you already know. Flywheel means disc now given. So mr is square by 2 into alpha. You can put the value and you can check. Or in the notes also you have formula. If it is a disc, then alpha will come 2t by mr. If it is a ring, then alpha will come t by mr. So accordingly you can do no problem. But NCERT figure model so important, no problem. Let's move further. Question number 54. They are asking you Gaussian surface given flux they are talking about. So flux you already know. Q enclosed by epsilon naught. This is the flux. Q enclosed means this is present inside Gaussian surface, this is present inside Gaussian surface. So total charge present inside Gaussian, so this is present outside. So no, that will not give you any flux. So flux will be due to these charges. So these charges present inside is Q and minus 2Q by epsilon naught. So this flux will come minus Q by epsilon naught. This is a total flux. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Electric field we cannot calculate on the Gaussian surface. Yeah. Because charges are there, non-uniform field will be there. Flux through the surface of sphere due to Q is non-zero, no problem. Yeah. So that's why our first option is there. Okay. Question number 55 again NCERT exemplar question. Gaussian surface. Hello, bhai, people are understanding or only I am going on? Because we have to complete, otherwise discussion will go up to 2 o'clock. Yeah. So that's why we have to be little fast. Gaussian surface dipole. Dipole means Q net 0. Q net 0 means flux will be 0. Easy question. Question number 56. हाँ ये थोड़ा tough है. Question number 56. NCERT exercise question. Chapter motion in a plane. Horizontal projectile. I already told you this type of situation. Yeah. So एक बार देख ले भाई, एक बार देख ले, but फिर से solve करना important model है. So they are saying you one car is there, truck is there. Okay, truck started from rest. T equal to 10 seconds they are talking. So at t equal to 10 seconds, your car will have some velocity. V equal to U, U0, AT, A is 2, T 10. So V, when you are dropping the stone, at that time velocity of the car is or truck is 20 meter per second. That means this is what I told. If you dropped body will get the velocity of the frame, but not the acceleration of the frame. Means stone dropped will also have initial velocity 20 in horizontal direction. But it will not have acceleration of the truck. It will have acceleration, will be acceleration due to gravity only. It will become horizontal projectile. Now they are asking you find the final velocity. Final velocity at t equal to 11 second. T equal to 11 second means this stone has fallen for 1 more second. Means time for which this stone has fallen is 1 second. 1 second, because they are asking at t equal to 11. So you already know at any time t in horizontal projectile, you already know v will come under of root of u square plus gt whole square. U given 20. GT you can find, time is 1 second, so you'll get V. Acceleration will be same as G, that is 9.8 meter per second square. So important model भाई, अच्छा important model है, अच्छा model है, important model है, tough model. Let's move further. Question number 59 also you can do. You already know. At the extreme, this is also NCERT diagram. At the extreme, you already know it is oscillating. Okay, executing SHM, work power energy chapter has been used here. Okay. So you already know at the extreme, kinetic energy will be 0. All energy, you know in oscillation, potential energy plus kinetic energy will be constant. Okay, now at the extreme, this is the mechanical energy that is given. This is total mechanical energy is constant, that is given as 1 joule. Now at the extreme, kinetic will be 0, so it will have only potential energy. Extreme means maximum value of x. That is what they are asking you. Find out the position at which returns back. Returns back means maximum elongation, maximum x which it can go. So potential energy will be half kx square. Where it will go, maximum xk will become 0. Kinetic energy will become 0 because speed will be 0. This will be mechanical energy, that is 1 joule. Now from here all values are given. If you put x will come 2 meter. 2 meter right side, 2 meter left side. So that's why plus minus 2. That is option given. Let's move further. Question number 60 you already know. Square plate, above a square plate, if you keep flux through the square will come Q by 6 epsilon naught. So you have to put the value of Q, you have to put the value of epsilon naught, you will get the question number 60. Again NCERT exercise question. आगे move करते हैं भाई. Question number 66 you already know, death well. We have done death well like situation, cylinder rotating, man rotating. Omega they are asking, rotational speed means omega they are asking. Omega you already know, omega will come under root of G by mu SR. NCERT exercise question. That's why I'm saying don't consider this paper for marks. इस पेपर को marks के तौर पे मत ले. Otherwise we are designing paper, we can give paper, you will get 180 marks. We want you to practice NCERT. For that only we are giving such question. So that's why you can do no problem, direct formula based. Question number 67, already you know, electric field due to infinitely long line charge, E will be 2k lambda by R. Just put the value of E, K, lambda will come. This is also NCERT exercise question, important question. E value given, directly formula based. Question number 68, Kuddiga custom. Question number 68, little tough. So, चलो देख लेते हैं भाई. हाँ, time is less. Okay. So question number 68, you can convert into meter per second. This will give you 10 meter per second. This will give you, many people asked also in study hour. This will give you 15 meter per second. This will give you 15 meter per second. These distances are given as, we are converting kilometer per hour into meter per second. These distances are given. 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. If you read the question, this is what is given. Yeah. Now they are saying this person has to overtake. B has to overtake A. Means the time in which C will cross A. In that time only B has to pass A. Otherwise both will collide with each other. Just like overtake we do on the road. The time in which C will come near to A, means when C will try to cross A, before that time B has to pass A. So first you can find the time in which C will cross A. For that you can use relative motion. Distance given 1000 meter. Relative motion will become, both are in opposite direction. So relative motion will become 25. So time will come 40 seconds. No problem. Yeah. Now in this 40, actually it should be less than. He has to cross in less than 40 seconds, but they're asking you minimum. So that's why we can take approximately practically it should be slightly less than 40. But we can take 40 for minimum value. So now I'll simply say in that 40 second, B has to pass A. B has to pass A means B has to cover 100 meter. And B will cover 100 meter, not 100,000 meter. So 1000 meter you can write. That will be coming as now relative velocity between B and A. 15, 10. That means 5. Same direction, relative velocity V1 minus V2. So that will become S equal to relative velocity 5 into T. That is 40 plus half A into T square. That is 40 square. So from here we got time. That time we used for B. Why we use relative velocity only 5? Because they are in the same direction V1 minus V2. From here you can calculate A. A will come 1 meter per second square. So that is also NCERT exercise question. I know little tough, but okay, what we can do. Chalo karna padega. Let's move to question number 69. So how much time it takes to return back? First situation, lift is stationary. So that time you already know. That time you already know if you throw, time will be 2u by g. You can put the value, you'll get that time. That time will come 10 seconds. Now they're saying if the lift is going up or down, then also no problem. Because if lift is going up with 5 meter per second, they are saying, that means when you throw the ball up, then this 5 will be added with respect to, here ball will go with respect to lift, fall with respect to lift. So with respect to lift, no change is going to happen. With respect to lift, it will have same initial velocity. That is 49 meter per second. That means time of flight is not going to be changed. Hello, NCERT exercise question. With respect to lift, there will be no change in the motion of the ball. With respect to lift only it is going. In the lift only you are throwing. So with respect to lift, there will be no change. Same initial velocity means same time will come. So that's how we can get this question. Again, important question, question number 69. Question number 72. Okay. So muzzle speed is given. So what you can do? This is also NCERT exercise question, little tough, not easy, but you can do. So police van speed you can find 30 km per hour. You can convert into meter per second by multiplying with 5 by 18. I think that will come around 8 meter per second. You can calculate. Similarly, you can find the velocity of the fire's bullet. Thief car velocity also given 192. You can calculate, convert into meter because this is given in meter per second. Answer is also given in meter per second. That's why. So again, you can convert this into 5 by 18. Okay. Now from here it will come. I think it will come around how much? Kitna hai Pandey ji? 53 meter per second. Okay. No problem. Now you have to find. Now muzzle speed is there 150. For the bullet, means when you fire the bullet, net velocity of the bullet will become 150 plus 8, that is 158. Okay, and how much velocity this thief will observe? Because bullet is coming with 158, thief is going with 53. So what is the relative velocity thief will observe? That will become 158 minus 53. That will become 105. That is your answer. You will understand only when you read the question carefully. Okay, so once again sit, read the question carefully, then only you'll get idea. If you remember, I told you some question we will give in the paper. So thief, police velocity was there. Once muzzle speed bullet fire, so net velocity of the bullet will become 150 plus this. And speed with which it will hit means you have to find relative velocity of bullet with respect to thief car. So that velocity will come. Question number 53, I think easy, no problem. Time of flight you can calculate. and height you can calculate. Directly upward throwing, so H max will come u square by 2g, time of flight will come 2u by g. Let's move further. Chala question. Question number 78, again NCERT exam, NCERT exercise question, tension given. So maximum tension you already know, m v max square by r will be L. Remaining things are given, you can calculate what they are asking you. What is the maximum speed with which stone can be? Yeah. So we can calculate from there. Two situations are there. In first situation, they have given you omega and they are asking you tension. So that tension you can write m omega square r. Omega you can write as 2 pi f because frequency is given. This is an easy question. Second situation, maximum tension given, maximum velocity asked. So we can relate from there. Question number 79. Maximum horizontal distance means maximum range, which you already know, u square by g. This value is given as 100 meter. Second situation, they are asking what is the maximum height cricketer can throw the ball up. So maximum height which it can throw up will be u square by 2g. For maximum height throwing, this is also NCERT exercise question. For throwing maximum height, you will project vertically up, that is u square by 2g. That will come half of 100. That will come 50 meter. Important model. Question number 80. Question number 80 you can find. They are asking you ratio of centripetal acceleration. So centripetal acceleration will be v square by r. V you can convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second. And acceleration due to gravity is your g, 10. Divide them, you'll get the ratio. Let's move further. Easy question, I'm not giving more time. Question number 81, NCERT exercise question, important question. NCERT exercise question, I'm not even able to see the screen because time we have to check. Question number 81, NCERT exercise question, important question. Tomorrow if this question will come, most of the people will not be able to do. So ek bar dekh le, ek bar dekh le, ek bar dekh le. So what is happening? What is happening? Some flag is there, wind is blowing. So in the beginning, wind, they are giving you about wind. For wind, they are saying, wind is blowing with a speed of 72 kilometer per hour in northeast direction. Northeast direction means 45, at an angle of 45 degree. East north, between east and north means at 45 degree. That means you can find the velocity of wind in east and north. That will become 72 cos 45, 72 sin 45. If you put the value of 45 1 by root 2, that value will come. This will also come 50 kilometer per hour. This will also come 50 kilometer per hour. No problem. Now, so in this direction right now wind is going means in this direction your flag is fluttering. The direction which wind will blow, in the same direction flag will flutter. Now once your boat will go in north with 50, 51 means approximately 50. Now with respect to boat, boat will go, because you are observing flag is on the boat. So with respect to boat, if you talk, boat is your observer. Boat will give its velocity in the opposite direction. He will give his 50 in opposite direction. So this 50-50 will get cancelled. So resultant velocity of boat, net velocity of the flag, which boat will see with respect to boat, that will become east. Hello, bhai. Important question hai. If this question will come in the need, very less people will be able to do. Hello. So the direction in which flag is fluttering, same direction wind blowing, same direction flag is fluttering. Now when boat will means flag velocity has, wind velocity has two components, east and north. Boat is also going north. So when boat will go in north, it will give its velocity in opposite direction because observer is the boat. North will get cancelled, will get only east. So that is the east. Question number 82, easy. You already know impulse 2 mv. You can put there, you'll get. 83 also we know. 83, force acting towards center is the centripetal force, that is the tension here. Whenever you rotate the ball with the help of a string, only one force act towards the center, that is the tension. NCERT exercise question by. Question number 88, m into g plus a. Question number 89, I already told. wind velocity will, wind will also give its velocity to the rain. So tan theta will become, this is the rain, this is the wind. So this is your theta. So tan theta you can find velocity of wind by velocity of rain, already done during marathon gold. In what direction? Against the wind. So wind is going in west, so against the wind means east. So from vertical towards east, done. I have to go little fast, otherwise this paper discussion will go for 3 days. Question number 95 you already know. V1 will transfer all identical, exchange of velocity. V1 will transfer V2 to 2 will transfer to 3. So finally 3 will move, 1 and 2 will remain at rest. Question number 97. They are asking you kinetic energy when it hit the ground. So you already know total energy is conserved. So right now how much energy it has? Right now same energy will convert here. Right now it has kinetic energy also, potential energy also. When it will reach to the ground, all energy will be kinetic. So that total energy will be, so you can use energy. How much energy it has here right now? mgh plus kinetic energy half mv square. When it will reach to bottom, all this energy will convert to kinetic. So kinetic energy at the bottom will be same as total initial energy, because no potential energy will be there. Just you have to put the value, you will get the kinetic energy. Done. Again see those question, NCERT exemplar, language एक बार बैठ के देखोगे. Question number 96 you already know. Power mg plus r into v. So all values are given. NCERT solved example. Question number 104 you already know. XCOM from m1 will come, m2 d by, this is the situation. You have to calculate r1 will come m2 d by m1 plus m2. So you can use two particle system, center of mass m1 m2. How to find the distance of center of mass from m1? r1 will come, just put the value, you'll get the answer. No external agent is there, no external force. Momentum of the system will remain conserved. Center of mass, velocity will not change at all, will remain constant. No external force. Internal forces cannot change motion of center of mass, because the child is the part of the system. Let's move further. Question number 112. This you can do, pulley block system. Acceleration m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Tension will come to m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Directly formula based. Question number 112 again NCERT solved example. I told also all the bodies will have equal torque. Torque will be I alpha. But I is minimum for solid, means alpha will be torque by I. Torque is same, means alpha will be inversely proportional to I. I is minimum for solid sphere, means alpha will be maximum for solid sphere. If alpha will be maximum, omega equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Alpha maximum is omega will be maximum for solid sphere. So we can get no problem. Question number 113 again NCERT exercise question. I1 omega 1 will be equal to I2 omega 2. I1 is I, omega 1 is 40. I2 is 2I by 5, because it reduced to 2 by 5 into omega 2. We'll get omega 2, no problem. 114 power due to torque. We already know direct formula, tau into omega. Tau value given, omega value given. Pate ko answer vastundi, patandi answer vastundi. We have to be little fast. So many question I discussed. Hey Bhagwan. Question number 113. We all 123. After seeing his screen for so many time. 123. 123 is free. You can get very easily. You can find power. So efficiency is 30%. Means if actual power mentioned on the pump is P, the work it will do will be only 30%. So 30% of P, because efficiency is 30%. So 30, if it's rated power, mentioned power is P. So work it will do to lift the water, that will be 30% of P only. 30% of P will be equal to mgh by T. You just put the value, you'll get the answer. Question number 125, NCERT example, NCERT solved example. 124 also you can do, easy only. NCERT solved example just now discussed. Question number 125, if you remember I told, for this displacement, she will do work. Same NCERT value also. Same value we did in the class also. Our marathon gold class, same value NCERT solved example. So for 100 Newton, work will be 100 into 10. And for force decreasing from 100 to 50, I told you directly you can find, because linearly decreasing, so you can find average force. F1 plus F2 by 2, that will come 75. And for that also distance will be 10, because total is 20. So 75 into 10, that will come 17, 15. Chalo, ho gaya, done. Still we have to go to 180. Hey Bhagwan, how you did the paper, bhai? मुझे इतना टाइम लग रहा है. How you did the paper? That's why I said that is the first achievement. Giving a paper of 180 questions only in physics itself is an achievement. Complete हो गया क्या? Complete हो गया क्या? This is your feeling also na in the exam. Completed na? Completed na? Okay. I think most of you have after 1-2 hours you have slept. Acha, sleep is. But this paper you have to treat as an assignment. My point is, wow. I think then Pandeji, you have to do congratulations then. Oh, gale mil ja bhai. Yeah, done. Congratulations to myself. Our Pandeji came. Congratulations to myself. Best of luck. All the best. So before packing my part, one thing I will tell. From the day one you used to ask, sir, does question will come from NCERT? Can you give some important question from NCERT? Can we have some solved example NCERT? Can we have question back? Yes. This marathon gold paper was for that. Now you got important questions of NCERT exercise, solved example, exemplar. So treat this paper as an assignment. इसको assignment की तरह treat करो. And do all these questions again, because this was not your NEET exam. You have to prepare yourself for final NEET on 3rd May, and for that these models you need to know. So all the best. Don't tear the paper and fly aeroplane. For that other papers are there. You can fly chemistry paper, no problem, like aeroplane. But physics paper you have to again do as a assignment. So this is how we have talked about. Now I'll hand over to our Milky Boy. And he needs.
So I think nobody need break, because up to the otherwise it will go up to the 11:30. Okay, so very fast I am starting. I will discuss the second year problems only. Okay. After seeing the Achilles situation, then I am in tension. Okay, so question number 5. This is the NCERT exercise question, as you, and we have given in the test also earlier also. So here ray is going from the air to glass. What is the angle? Air angle is 50, then glass angle is 40. In this question here, in this figure, if the air angle is 50, then water angle is 45. Okay. Then by using the Snell's law, directly you can say air angle has given 50-50. Okay. So for air angle is 50, then glass angle 40, then I can say mu glass into sine 40. Mu glass into sine 40 is equal to mu water into sine 45. From that, what is the theta you will get? If the water angle is 45, then glass angle you will get what? 40. Yes or no? Here, if you are applying the Snell's law, mu air into sine 50 is equal to mu glass into sine 40. Here you will write what? Mu water into sine 45 is equal to mu air into sine 50. When you will apply here, you will write mu water sine 45 is equal to mu glass into sine theta. After seeing these two equations, you will get theta is equal to what? 40 degree. Okay. Then question number 6, a small bulb is placed at the bottom of the tank containing water to the depth of 80 centimeter. What is the area of the surface of water through which light? So that is the concept of the circle of illuminance. Circle of illuminance, I said the radius formula R is equal to H upon under root of mu square minus 1. Everybody know that. Okay. No, not got. Nalayak. Question number 5. What I am saying, if you are applying the Snell's law in the first figure, okay, Shekhar Reddy, if you are applying the Snell's law in the first figure, then what you will say? Mu air into sine 50 is equal to what? Mu glass into sine 40. You know the Snell's law, how to apply the mu1 sine I1 is equal to mu2 sine I2. So I am applying the Snell's law in the first figure, okay. Then Snell's law in the second case, then mu air sine 50 is equal to what? Mu water into sine 45. This you got. Now I apply the Snell's law in the second. Okay. Now I am going to the third. Third, what they given? Glass and water. If you are applying the Snell's law, what you will get? Mu water sine 45 is equal to what? Mu glass into sine theta. Okay. Now you can see first and second, mu a sine 50, mu a sine 50. It means this left hand side equal, then right hand side also equal. Then what you will get? Mu g sine 40 is equal to mu water sine 45. Now mu water sine 45 will be equal to what? Mu g sine 40. Then what is the theta? 40. Shekhar Reddy. Now you got or not? Arey, say fast. And please don't leave in the paper discussion at least. Okay, very good. Okay, so question number 6, what I said, it is a concept of the circle of illuminance. Then R is equal to what? H upon under root of mu square minus 1. I think this formula everybody know. Okay. So radius of the circle of illuminance. When the light source is putting in the denser medium, the light will come out from the surface in a circle. That circle is called the circle of illuminance. Radius and the height formula is, the relation is what? R is equal to H upon under root mu square minus 1. Then radius we can calculate. How? Depth given 80 centimeters, that you can write R is equal to 0.8 upon under root 1.33 given, but it is better what? Take the 4 by 3 because 1.33 is what? 4 by 3. 4 by 3 square is what? 16 by 9 minus 1. From that you will calculate the radius. They are asking the area pi r square. By that you will get the area of the circle of illuminance. A will be equal to what? Pi r square. R square will come what? That will be 7 by 9. So it means into 0.8 into 9 by 7. From that you will get the area, and then you will get in meter square because height I have converted in meter. Okay. So most of the NCERT question already we have given in the exam also, in the PACE exam. Then question number 7. In a microscope, the focal length of the two lenses are 1.2 and 6.25. If the object is placed at 2 centimeter and the final image is formed at 25 centimeter from the eye lens, distance between the two lenses. So if you remember the microscope figure, distance between the two lenses means what? Once image, others object. Once image, other object means, once image means VE, and the other object means UE. So what is the separation between the lenses? Separation between the lenses is the VE plus UE. I think this everybody know because once image work as the object for the other eyepiece. Okay. And this separation formula everybody know or not? So VE plus UE. Now VE, how I can calculate? For objective, what is the focal length? FO is equal to 1.2 centimeter. Okay. And object distance UO, that is equal to what? Minus 2 centimeter. Then you will apply the lens formula 1 by VO minus 1 by UO means 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by FO means 10 by 12. 10 by 1 upon 1.2. I can write 10 by 12. 10 by 12 means 5 by 6. Now shift that direction. So 1 by VO, what you will get? 1 by VO is equal to 5 by 6 minus 1 by 2. That will be 6 LCM, 6 LCM, then 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is about 2. 2 by 6 is equal to what? 1 by 3. Then VO, what you got? 3 centimeter. So VO you got, sorry, not VE, that is a VO. So once image, other object. Once image means object for image for the objective and object for eyepiece. So VO value what I got? 3. VO value I got 3. So VO come 3. Now I need UE. So I said directly remember the formula for the UE when the image is formed at capital D. UE is equal to FED upon FE plus D. Remember that because that case we can get in the compound microscope as well as in telescope also. So what I said, when the image is formed at capital D, then directly remember what is the object distance you will take, FED upon FE plus D. FED upon FE plus D. Okay. So FE what given? 6.25. Okay. What is the D? 25 centimeter. So 6.25 into 25 upon 6.25 plus 25. 6.25 4s are 25. Then by solving easy way you will get the UE. After getting the UE, put here, you will get the separation. Now one person I got to whom I can ask. Shekhar Reddy got? Understood or not? So separation formula, VO plus UE. VO we got by the lens formula, refraction formula, and UE directly you can find because final image is at capital D. So UE we have to remember FED upon FE plus D. Okay. 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 Then question number 7. Then question number 8, 9. Not required. Then question number 14. That is also the NCERT exercise question. The image of the small electric bulb fixed on the wall to a room is to be obtained on the opposite wall 3 meters away by means of a large convex lens. 2 walls are there. What is the distance between the walls? 3 meters. Opposite wall distance is the 3 meters. There is a one bulb in one wall. Okay. They are saying what? The image of the small electric bulb fixed on the wall in the room, opposite wall 3 meters, and we are using the convex lens. Okay. Maximum possible focal length. So here basically one wall is the object is on one wall. Image I want here. Okay. And in between we are putting the convex lens. So I said for the real, this relation we have, remember also, for the real image on the screen, this condition D should be greater than or equal to 4F. Means distance between object and screen, that is capital D. It should be greater than or equal to 4 times of focal length. Now here I am asking the maximum possible focal length. If I am asking F, so F is less than or equal to D by 4. So what F is less than D by 4, less than or equal to D by 4. So what is the F max I can take? F max is equal to what? D by 4. F max is equal to, if I am saying X is equal to, if X is less than or equal to 3, X is less than or equal to 3. So what is the maximum X? Maximum X I can take 3. So that is the F is less than or equal to D by 4. So what is the F max? D by 4. D given 3 meter. 3 meter by 4 means 0.75 meter or 75 centimeter. Everybody got? So this is the question number 14. Now question number 15. A square card of the side length 1 meter is being seen through a magnifying glass lens of focal length 10 centimeter. The card is placed at a distance of 9 centimeter from the lens. The apparent area of the card through the lens. Okay. So here, what is the area they are asking? So what is the actual area of the object? It is a square card. So area of the object I can say what? Side square means 1 millimeter into 1 millimeter. It means 1 millimeter square. 1 millimeter is square, then you can write as a 10 to the power minus 6 meter square if you require. Okay. So this is the area of the object. Now lens focal length given 10 and placed at a distance of 9. In that case, when the object you place perpendicular to the principal axis, because if they not mention, then we have to put perpendicular to principal axis. Otherwise, what will perpendicular to principal axis? Even a small object, if you are putting parallel also, then we are using the formula area of image, aerial magnification formula. Area of image upon area of object is equal to m square. Remember or not? Because if you are putting perpendicular, so this side will increase by the factor of m. This side also increase by the factor of m. So this become MA, this become MA, then what is the area? M square into A square. So this formula, aerial magnification formula, you have learned also. AI by AO is equal to M square. Okay. So first I have to find the linear magnification, that is a M. So M is equal to, we know the formula for the lens, F upon F plus U. For mirror, we are using F upon F minus U. For lens, we are using F upon F plus U. What is the focal length? 10. Convex lens focal length is positive 10 upon 10. And what is the object distance? 9. Real object distance is negative. We are taking U, negative we are taking. So minus 9. So 10 minus 9, 1. Then what you will get? 10. So magnification you got 10. So fast you will say in the class, image is real or virtual? Image will be real or virtual? Image will be real or virtual? Image will be virtual. I said from the M sign we can decide the image nature, real or virtual. M we are getting positive, so it is a virtual. One case. Second, I can decide here object distance is less than focal length. Focal length is 10 centimeter, object distance is 9 centimeter. So object is placed between the optical center and focus. U less than F, image will be virtual. Dentist case, concave mirror. Okay. So this image will be virtual. That doesn't matter for this problem. Now area of image will be equal to what? M square into area of object. M square will be 100. 100 into 10 to the power minus 6. You will get 10 to the power minus 4. 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So then it will come what? 1 centimeter square. So area of image will be 1 centimeter square. This is also the NCERT exercise question. Everybody got? This Mohit sir will discuss superposition of SHM. Is also simple. Okay, simple magnifier or microscope. In the microscope, we are using a small convex lens whose focal length should be less than D also. Okay, and simple microscope, we are getting the virtual image. Virtual image, then it will be the erect also. From that we can say the answer. A simple magnifier or microscope is a converging lens of a small focal length. Yes, F should be less than D even. Is a diverging lens wrong? Given an erect, magnified and virtual image. Yes, it gives a virtual image. Okay, so answer is 1 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 3. Then question number 22, two identical thin plano convex lens, refractive index 1.5, each having radius of curvature 20 centimeter are placed with a convex surface in the contact. So I think this everybody has done because so many combination question you have done in the class also. Like they are saying like this. Okay, two convex lens, their convex surface is touching, and in between we are putting the liquid of the refractive index 1.7. I said one thing, directly you have to remember if the equiconvex lens given and the equiconvex or equiconcave and mu given 1.5. So directly remember that focal length will be equal to radius of curvature. Why unnecessary? We have to waste the time to calculate the focal length. So here they are plano convex. They are plano convex. Their radius of curvature same. So when two plano convex you will join, it will become equiconvex. Then equiconvex and mu what I gave 1.5. Then directly their combined focal length I can say what? 1, 2, 3. 3 lenses are there. 1 and 3 focal length, combined focal length I can say what? F is equal to R, because after joining them they will become the what? Equiconvex. Then focal length I can say R I gave 20 centimeter. It means 1 by F is equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 plus 1 by F3. This 2, when you will combine, then you will get what? 1 by 20. So 1 by F is equal to 1 by 20 plus 1 by F2. Now only one problem is there, F2. F2 is the what? In between which lens we are getting. If you see this lens. This lens. So this is what? Equiconcave, and what is the refractive index? 1.7. So then what is the focal length? F is equal to minus R by 2 into mu minus 1. R what you will put? 20 centimeter. Mu what you will put? 1.7. So this focal length will come negative. That F2 value you will put here, and you are good in mathematics, you can solve after that. So by this way we will calculate F2. R we will put what? 20. Okay. Now after that you will calculate or not? So this is 22. Now 23. A plot of the angle of deviation D versus angle of incidence. This graph everybody has seen. This is a delta and the I graph. In that, the angle of incidence for which the light ray travel parallel to the base. If they are saying the light ray travel parallel to the base, it means we have to assume what? Minimum deviation case. If they not mention, basically in the case of the minimum deviation, light inside the prism will be parallel to the base only when the prism is the equilateral, or we can say isosceles. But if they not mention, we can take what? Triangular prism they given. So, but when they are saying it is a parallel to the base, we have to consider the condition of the minimum deviation. Sometimes according to the examiner, we have to think the question or solution. Okay. So parallel to the base means minimum deviation case. Minimum deviation case, we know that for minimum deviation, I and E will be equal. Okay. So here minimum deviation is 40. For which angle of incidence given? 45. It means for 45, deviation will be minimum. When angle of incidence is 45, deviation is minimum. Deviation is minimum, then the refracted ray inside the prism will be parallel to the base. Then we can say what is the I, for which I light ray will be parallel to the base for 45. No need to calculate anything. Everybody got or not? So here they have not mentioned equilateral prism, but we have to assume it is the equilateral prism because otherwise we cannot solve this problem. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can calculate also the angle. Can we calculate for in this problem? Can we calculate angle of prism also? Who will say? Can we calculate angle of prism? From this data, can we calculate angle of prism? Yes, for this 50, when angle of deviation is 50, two angle of incidence given, 30 and 60. Okay. One thing I said in the class also, for the same deviation, I and E will be interchangeable. Okay. Means here I is 30, so what is the E? E we will take 60. Here I is the 60, so E will be 30. Now delta is equal to, for any other delta is equal to, we are using I plus E minus A. What is the delta I gave? 50. So this is what 50. Here, suppose I am taking this I. So here I is the 30, then what is the E I will take? This 60. I and E are interchangeable for the same deviation. So I 30, E 60 minus A. Then I think there is a problem. A will be equal to what? Delta 50. 50 is equal to I plus E minus A. Now A is equal to what? A is equal to 40 degree. It is not the equilateral prism, but maybe it can be isosceles. Are you getting what I am saying? Understood or not? So if they are asking the angle of prism, so angle of prism we can calculate by this way. A is coming 40, it means it is not the equilateral prism. But one thing I said, in the case of equilateral prism and isosceles prism, means these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal, then also the light ray will be parallel to the base. Getting or not? So this angle is coming 40, so this angle has to be equal. Okay, so triangle is not equilateral, but it can be isosceles. Okay. Then question number 24, lens L1, L2, L3, L4 given, which of the following given lens will be preferred as an objective or astronomical telescope? Astronomical telescope objective, for the more magnification, magnification formula is the FO by FE for the normal adjustment, FO by FE. So we need more FO. For the more magnification, FO has to be large. FO large means power has to be less. So among this minimum power is what? L1. Okay. And objective for the telescope, we are taking large aperture. Why? It can collect the sufficient light, because astronomical telescope we are using to, generally we are using to see the far object. So that's why objective we are taking large. I said also maximum length of the objective of the telescope is 4 feet. Okay. So objective we are taking large. Then here we can say aperture is maximum for the L1 and power is minimum, means focal length is maximum. So we will prefer what? L1. Okay. That is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, no, Okay. Question number 33. A monochromatic light wave in a wavelength lambda 1 frequency nu1 in the air enter another medium if the angle of incidence and angle of refraction is the 45 and 30. Then the wavelength lambda 2 and frequency. One thing we know that when the wave goes from the after the generation of the wave, or when the light is going from one medium to another medium, or wave is going from one medium to another medium, frequency does not change. It means one thing we can say nu1 is equal to nu2. So directly 1 and 4 we can eliminate. Only 2 and 3 we have to check. When light goes from the rarer medium to denser medium, wavelength decreases. Okay, so wavelength decreases, so without calculating directly you can say answer is 3. And how we can calculate? Then we know that lambda 2 denser medium, lambda 2 by lambda 1. Lambda 2 by lambda 1, you will write the sine theta, sine I by sine r. From that we are getting the V2 by V1 equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. So from that sine lambda 2 by lambda 1, what you will get? Little fast. Sine, you will take the sine 30 upon sine 45. From that it will come 1 by root 2. Then lambda 2, what you will get? Lambda 1 by root 2. Or directly we can say, like here angle given, from the angle we can find. Otherwise you can go through the directly. According to the option given, frequency will be equal. When light will travel from the air to the other medium, then the wavelength, denser medium, then wavelength decrease. According to that option is the 3. Okay. Snell's law, everybody know na bhai. N2 by N1, mu2 by mu1, sine I by sine R, then that is equal to what? Velocity in the rarer medium upon velocity in the denser medium is equal to lambda in the rarer medium upon lambda upon denser medium. Like that way you can calculate. Everybody knows the Snell's law. Okay. Now, question number 34. Here two column has given and we have to say alpha decay. Alpha decay means in which case we will get the alpha. So you can check because in the nuclear reaction, nucleon conservation applicable, charge conservation applicable, energy conservation not, mass energy conservation applicable, angular momentum conservation applicable, momentum conservation applicable. These are the conservation we can apply for the nuclear reaction. What I said, nucleon conservation, charge conservation means total positive charge or proton will be equal, and mass energy conservation because mass will lose but it will convert into the energy. So we are not saying the energy conservation, we are saying mass energy conservation. Linear momentum conservation, angular momentum conservation, all we can apply in the any nuclear reaction. Okay. So here alpha decay means we can check for the equation. Here no possibility, 15, 15. 238, 234. It means how much mass I will get? Mass number I will get 4 here. 92 and 90. How much remaining? 2. So 2 He4. So in the reaction 2, I will get the alpha. So reaction 2 shows the alpha decay. Beta plus decay means positron. Beta plus means positron. Positron means 1H1. Where I will get 1H1? Then here I cannot get. Okay. Here 185, here 184. So 1 is remaining. So 1 I will take the mass number. 83, 82. One atomic number remaining. So 1H1. 1H1 means it will be the proton decay. So then proton decay. S I will get what? 3. S is the 3. P is equal to what? 2. So P is equal to 2. S is equal to 3. Only one option is there. Positron decay. How we can find any other option here? This already 238. This already checked here. 15, 15. Positron means plus 1 beta 0. 1 beta 0. Okay. Positron means what? Minus 1 beta 0 is the electron. Positron is 1 beta 0. You can see in the 1. 8, 7. How much atomic number remaining? 1. Mass number 15, 15. That is a 0. So 1 and 0. It means what? It is a positron. So 1 shows the positron decay. Then fission. Then according to that, it is a 4 is representing the fission because the heavier nucleus is converting into the lighter nuclei, we can say. So 4 shows the fission. Everybody got? 35, the critical angle for the denser rarer interface is the 45 degree. The speed of the light in the rarer medium is 3 into 10 to the power 8. 3 into 10 to the power 8 means it is the vacuum. Then they are asking the speed of the light in the denser medium. So speed of the light in any medium V is equal to what? C by mu. Okay, critical angle given 45. So mu is equal to what? Sin theta C is equal to 1 by mu. So mu is equal to 1 upon sin theta C. Theta C I gave 45. So 1 upon sin 45. 1 upon sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So what is the mu? You will get root 2. After getting the mu, what is the speed in the denser medium? 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon root 2. From that 2.12 will come. Okay. So many questions are there. 38. This is over. Then this. Completed. Okay, so here permanent magnet, no. Then here also no. Pair of Hudson coil, no. Any question track 2 is leaving, then you can remind. Okay. No. Okay, now here telescope. Okay, question number 70. I thought it is completed. Okay, so question number 70, a telescope consists of the two thin lenses of the focal length 0.3 and the 3 centimeter. 0.3 larger focal length we will take for objective. It means objective focal length is 0.3 meter. So FO I can say what? 30 centimeter. FE what I can say? 3 centimeter. Then magnifying power M is equal to what? M is equal to FO by FE. That will come 10. Okay. Now they are saying it is focused on the moon, which subtend an angle of 0.5 degree at the objective. Then the angle subtended by at the eye by the final image. Final image angle is the beta. Okay, and object angle is the naked eye, or objective is the alpha, and magnifying power, another formula we know, M is equal to beta by alpha, that is equal to what? 10 we have got. Now beta is equal to what? 10 alpha is the 0.5, then beta will be 5 degree. Okay. Question number 71, P-type semiconductor has acceptor level. We know that P-type semiconductor, we get the acceptor level. Acceptor level is above the valence band. So they are saying the maximum wavelength of light required to create a hole. Hole we will create in a valence band. When from the valence band, electron will jump to the acceptor level, because acceptor level they carries the extra holes. Now to create the hole means valence band electron will jump to the acceptor level. That's why it is called the acceptor level, because it can accept the electron from valence band. When the electron will jump from valence band to the acceptor level, then one hole will create in the valence band. So they are saying how much maximum wavelength we can take to create the hole in valence band. Now means what is the energy required? 57 MeV. Now wavelength means photon. Okay, so then we can say lambda is equal to what? 12,400 upon energy in EV. Energy in EV we can say what? 57 into 10 to the power minus 3, because it has given MeV, milli, not mega. Capital M not given, small m given. It means milli. Milli means 10 to the power minus 3. Then directly you will get in angstrom. Okay, understood? Question number 76, the width of the forbidden gap in the silicon crystal is 1.1. When the crystal is converted to the N-type semiconductor, the distance of the Fermi level. I said Fermi level, you have to remember, for the intrinsic semiconductor, Fermi level is between the valence band and conduction band, exactly between. In N-type semiconductor, it is shifted towards the conduction band, and P-type semiconductor, it is shifted to the valence band. Okay. So forbidden gap for silicon crystal given 1.1. Now they are saying N-type semiconductor. So where is the Fermi level in the intrinsic? Exactly mid. Exactly mid means at 1.1 by 2. It means 0.55. So it is at the mid 0.55. Now they are saying for the N-type semiconductor, the distance of Fermi level from the conduction band. In N-type semiconductor, Fermi level will be shifted towards the conduction band. It means that distance will come less than 0.55. So answer is, are everybody getting or not? Like N-type semiconductor, this is the CB, this is the VB, this is the donor level. Okay, and now I'm saying what? Fermi level is shifted towards, in intrinsic, Fermi level is exactly at the mid. So this distance, this energy difference is 0.55, this difference is 0.55. But when I'm taking the N-type semiconductor, it will be shifted towards CB. Then this distance will come less than 0.55. So in the N-type semiconductor, it will be less than 0.55. Okay, in p-type semiconductor, if I'm asking, so it will be, if I'm asking what is the distance of Fermi level from valence band, then it will be lesser than 0.55 for the p-type semiconductor. If I'm asking from VB, if I'm asking from CB, it will be more than 0.55 in p-type semiconductor. Okay. So in the grip also, one question has given on the concept of the Fermi level. Okay, this everybody got? Now question number 77. A semiconductor device is connected in series circuit with a battery and a resistance. Okay, a current is found to pass through the circuit. Okay, current is passing through the semiconductor. Okay, if the polarity of the battery is reversed, the current drop almost zero, then the device may be. We know that in the PN junction, when we are connecting in the forward bias, current is the order of the milliampere. The current will flow due to the majority. But when we are connecting in the reverse bias, current is almost negligible. So means when we are changing the polarity, in the beginning current is flowing. But when we change the polarity, means the diode will become in the reverse bias, current will be almost zero. It means the device, semiconductor device is what? PN junction diode. Okay, then the answer is PN junction. '81, '82, this not required here. Okay, here this type of question, like it is related with the AC, because in the alternating current, that type of question you have done. Here applied voltage is that peak value is the 200 volt. Here I am asking what? If the forward resistance of the diode is negligible compared to the R, the RMS voltage of output DC. In this case, we will get the, this is a basically half wave rectifier circuit. Half wave rectifier circuit, what will be the output across the load? Output across the load, we will get only half waves. It is a rectifier circuit. Now here we are applying sinusoidal. For positive half cycle, suppose diode is in the forward bias, we will get the potential current through the load. For next negative cycle, it will be in the reverse bias, we will not get the current. So it is a half wave rectifier circuit or not. So in the output DC, what I will get? Like this only. Okay. In this case, what is the RMS value? So we know that when we are taking this sinusoidal or like this, continuous is there. Then if I'm asking what is the relation between RMS and the peak, then in these two cases, VRMS is equal to peak by √2. This we have learned in the AC also. VRMS is the V0 by √2. But in this case, cycle, then no cycle. Half cycle is missing. In that case, you will get the RMS value is the V0 by 2. V0 by 2. Maybe in the AC, you have calculated this also. So what is the RMS value you will get in that case? V0 by 2. Are everybody getting or not? So what is the V0 I gave? Here peak value E0 given 200 volt. 200 volt. Then here 200 by 2. What is the RMS value of the voltage across the load is what? 100. If it is a full wave rectifier circuit, then answer will be peak by √2. In the full wave rectifier, we will get like this. Okay. Then in that case, answer will be 200 by √2. But here it is a half wave rectifiers. In that case, the RMS value will come V0 by 2. Okay. Question number 86 is also simple, because in the diode it does not obey the Ohm's law. So we are finding the dynamic resistance. What is the dynamic resistance? Delta V by delta I. So I said also they will give the near values. From that we can calculate the dynamic resistance. So what is the RD? RD is the delta V. Delta V means 2 and 2.1 difference is 0.1. What is the current here? Current difference is 800 minus 400. That is a 400 milliampere. Then RD, what I will get? 2 minus 2.1 minus 2, that is a 0.1. And current delta I is a 800 into 10 to the power minus 3. So minus 3 will go up, that is a 100. 100 by 8 means 1 by 8. 1 by 8 you will get what? 0.2. 2 minus 2.800 minus 400, that is a 400. Sorry, it is a 400. Then you will get what? 100 by 400. 100 by 400, that is a 1 by 4. 1 by 4 will come 0.25. Okay. Completed. Now question number 87. A diode is connected to the 220 volt RMS AC in the series with the capacitor as shown in the figure. The voltage across the capacitor. This I said in the filter circuit also. So many times this I repeated means when the capacitor is connected with alternating source, then it will get charged up to the peak. If there is a resistance is there, it will get discharged across the resistance. Okay. So basically it will get charged up to the peak value. So 220 volt AC means 220 is the RMS value. Okay. Here I have not written 220 is the peak. 220 volt AC means 220 is the RMS value. Capacitor will get charged up to the peak means 220 root 2. 220 root 2, everybody know the value, that is a 311 will come. Okay. So what is then capacitor will get charged up to the peak. Remember that when it is connected with the alternating source through the then capacitor will get charged up to the peak. If resistance is there, it will get discharged, again it will get charged. Okay, but it will get charged up to the peak. It is also the exemplar question. Stationary wave we will discuss, no problem. Then elevator, no problem. Here he will discuss. Okay, question number 99, claim not came, but maybe I said also in the class, maybe suppose you are getting any answer, that option is not there, so you have to go to the one option. Then maybe if it is a wrong, then they will give the claim or add mark. Here only one problem is that the printing error. Here it has to be centimeter per second. So this is the NCERT exercise question, but in the NCERT exercise they have calculated the average velocity in a 1 second. But if they are asking the velocity at the particular distance, how we will find? So rear view mirror means that mirror is the convex mirror, because in the driving mirror is the convex. Rear view mirror is the convex mirror. Convex mirror focal length is positive. Radius of curvature 2, then focal length what we will get? 1 meter. What is the distance of the jogger? That is the what? 39 meter. So real object we will take the negative, so that is u is negative, u is minus 39. Then we will calculate the m value. M is the what? F upon f plus f upon mirror given, so f upon f minus u. Then it will be what? 1 upon 1 minus of minus means plus, so you will get 1 by 40. So magnification came 1 by 40. Now velocity of image upon velocity dv by du is equal to minus m square. This relation you marked up. So for the mirror, so velocity of image upon velocity of object along the principal axis, that will be equal to minus m square. M square will come 1 upon 1600. Okay, so in velocity of image what we will get? Velocity of object is 5 upon 1600 meter per second. Okay, getting or not? So this will come 1 upon 320. 1 upon 320 meter per second. So if you want to convert in centimeter, multiply with 100. 100 by 320 means 10 by 32. 10 by 32 will come approximately 0.3. But that will be 0.3 centimeter per second. So by mistake here printing error, it is a meter per second given. So answer is what? 0.3 centimeter per second. Everybody got? And the other track will get complete. 99, then 100. Statement 1, focal length of eyepiece of telescope is smaller as compared to the objective. Yes, because magnification is the m is equal to FO by FE. So FO has to be large for the more magnification. So first statement is correct. Eyepiece focal length is smaller. For larger focal length of objective, then eyepiece magnification is more. Yes, objective focal length is more, then magnifying power of the telescope will be more, because m is equal to FO by FE. For compound microscope, both has to be less for more magnification. But for our telescope, FO has to be large, FE has to be small for more magnifying power. Okay. So both statements are correct. Question number 101 also I discussed in the class, and the NCERT exercise given. A magician is throwing the lens in the liquid and the lens disappear. It means refractive index of the liquid will be equal to the refractive index of the lens. So lens will behave like a glass plate. One formula also you know, FM is equal to FA mu minus 1 into mu surrounding upon mu minus mu surrounding. So mu surrounding and mu will be equal, then focal length will come infinite. It will behave like a glass plate. So what is it is invisible. It means refractive index must be equal to the refractive index of the lens. Okay, then this question Mohit sir will discuss. No problem. Okay, critical angle 117. So 117, critical angle of light while passing from the glass to air is minimum for violet color. So critical angle sine theta c is equal to 1 by mu. They are saying the critical angle of light passing through glass minimum critical angle I need. Theta c minimum means mu has to be maximum. Mu maximum means lambda has to be minimum. Mu is equal to a plus b by lambda square. So lambda less, mu more, critical angle less. So critical angle will be lesser for the violet color. So first statement is correct. The wavelength of violet light is greater than the light of the other color. That is about wrong. Okay. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. 117. Then 118. In Young double slit experiment, 2 slits are illuminated with the light of wavelength 800 nanometer. Means lambda I gave what? Lambda is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Okay. The line joining A1P, okay, is perpendicular to A1A2 as shown. If the first minima is detected at P means front of the slit. Okay. Then distance of the screen from the slit, they given capital D. What they are asking? Small a. Small a means basically we are using the symbol small d. Distance between the slit. They are asking. So one thing, you have done so many problem on that. Front of the slit, one thing we know. What? Y. What is the Y in the front of the slit? D by 2. Front of the slit, Y is equal to what? D by 2. Here D they are writing as a. So because formula you marked up. So A I am writing as a D. Okay. So front of the slit means what is the distance of the point from the bisector? That is a what? D by 2. Then path difference formula delta x is equal to what? Dy by capital D. So Y in the front of the slit. Y what you will take? Y is equal to D by 2. Okay. Remember that front of the slit Y value distance of the point we will take D by 2. So it will come D square by 2 capital D. Okay. They are saying front of the slit we are getting first minima. For the first minima, path difference will be equal to lambda by 2. Okay. Now D they are asking capital D given what? 5 centimeter means 5 into 10 to the power minus 2. And lambda given what? 8 into 10 to the power minus 7. After solving, take the root. Easily you will get the root also. Then D value you will get. Okay. Everybody got? I'll say fast. Okay, question number 126. 126 is also simple. Here, angular fringe width I am asking. Angular fringe width formula is what? Angular fringe width alpha is equal to beta by capital D or lambda by small d. Angular fringe width everybody know or not? So basically we are saying alpha is equal to beta by capital D. Beta is the capital D, lambda by small d. From that it will come lambda by small d. That is the angular fringe width. Lambda what I gave 500 nanometer means 5 into 10 to the power minus 7. D what I gave distance between the slit is 0.05 millimeter means 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 3. It will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Then you will 5 cancel out 10 to the power minus 2. You got the 10 to the power minus 2 radian. Now you have to option given in degree. This 10 to the power minus 2 will be the radian. Now to convert into the degree, you will multiply with 180 by pi. So then 180 by pi into 10 to the power minus 2. Then you will get in degree. 10 to the power minus 2 means 1.8. 1.8 by pi. Then approximately 0.5 something will come. So 0.57 degree is the angular fringe width. Okay. Then question number 127, which of the following form the virtual and erect? Virtual image, then it will be erect for all position of the object. All position of the object means they are talking about the object, or what I said. When we are saying the object means which object? Real object. For real object, concave, convex mirror and concave lens, they always form the virtual image. That virtual image is located between the pole and focus or optical center and focus. Everybody know that. So for real object, concave lens and convex mirror, they form the virtual image. So that's why answer is there both 2 and 3. Okay. Unpolarized light of 128. Unpolarized light of intensity I passes through an ideal polarizer A. Another identical polarizer B is placed behind A. The intensity of the light beyond B is found to be I by 2. So suppose UPL you have taken the polarizer A. Okay, so one thing we know that when the unpolarized light will pass from the first polarizer, always transmitted intensity will be half. So then unpolarized light intensity I, so it will transmit how much? I by 2, and we will have what? PPL now. Okay, Now they are saying we have put the another polarizer B, and from the B what we are getting? I by 2. It means how A and B are placed. A and B are placed parallel to each other. Then only the B will transmit what? I by 2. Because UPL passed from the A, I by 2. B is also passing I by 2. It means angle between A and B is what? 0. Okay, they are parallel. Okay, this is the situation. After that, they are saying another identical polarizer C is placed between A and B. We are putting the another polarizer C in between. Okay. Then they are saying the B is transmitting now I by 8. So B transmitting I by 8. Then suppose angle between 1 and A and C is theta. So it will transmit I by 2 cos square theta. Okay, then it will transmit I by 2, again angle between C and B also theta. Why? A and C are parallel. So here transmitted intensity is what? I by 8. So now we can say what? I by 2, here I will get I by 2 cos square theta. Then I by 2 cos square theta will pass from the B. Again cos square theta will get multiplied. So basically I by 2 cos to the power 4 theta we will get. This everybody got or not? I, first polarizer I by 2. Angle between 1 and 2 theta. So it will transmit I by 2 cos square theta. Now angle between 1 and, it is not a crossed position like you are thinking sin square theta and cos square theta sir we have to get. Here these two are parallel, not the crossed each other. So here angle is theta, so here angle also theta. So I by 2 cos square theta, it will also transmit I by 2 cos square theta into cos square theta. Okay, then will come cos to the power 4 theta. This given I by 8. I cancel out, this become 4. Cos to the power 4 theta is the 1 by 4. So cos square theta is the 1 by 2. Cos theta is the 1 by root 2. So theta is 45. Getting or not? So 45 means it will be I by 2 cos square 45 is I by 4. I by 4 cos square 45 will be I by 8. Then angle between the A and C will be 45. Okay, then this not required, this not. Okay, question number 133. If the yellow light is passing through the single slit diffraction experiment, 0.6 millimeter is the width given, then we are getting diffraction pattern. For the diffraction, I said the wavelength and the size of the obstacle or the edges has to be comparable to the wavelength, then only we can get the diffraction. If the size is large, obstacle size is large or the slit width is large, then we will not get the diffraction pattern. Now the yellow light is replaced by the X-ray. X-ray wavelength is very small, like less than 100 angstrom. And the here size is what? 0.6 millimeter, means obstacle is large in comparison to the wavelength of the wave. Then diffraction will not happen. Remember or not, when we are taking the slit with large, then most of the light ray is going parallel. Then we are not observing the diffraction. But when the slit is very small, then we are getting the spreading of the light. So for the diffraction, the obstacle size has to be comparable to the wavelength, but here wavelength is very small. That's why we will not get the diffraction pattern. Here 138, two identical beams having the intensity I and 9I interfere to produce a fringe pattern on the screen. The phase difference between them is pi by 2. So what is the resultant intensity formula? IR is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. Okay, first case angle given 90, so cos 90 0. Then what is the intensity I will get? IP I will get. IP is equal to 10I. Okay. Then they are saying at Q, what is the phase difference? Pi. Phase difference is pi, which I have to explain. Nalaik. One. Reason 131. 131 is like this is simple now. OB first phase change and CD. This Mohit sir will explain also. Here AB, OB, here for the this two phase change are there. So first change is showing the melting, second phase is showing the what? Vaporization. Now in the OB, it shows the melting, so solid and liquid state exists in the thermal equilibrium. That concept you directly know also, no? So OB here, AB, that is a AB. AB represent what? Ice and water is in the thermal equilibrium. Okay. So now when I'm taking the angle is pi, then you will get what? I into 9i means 9i square means 3i. Cos pi is negative, then minus 3i. So 10i minus 6i. So IQ what you will get? IQ will be equal to I plus 9i plus 2 under root of 9i square into cos pi. 9 square root will come 3i. 3 to the 6 and cos pi is a minus. So then 10i minus 6i what you will get? 4i. Now what is the difference of intensity at P and Q? 10i minus 4i, that is equal to 6i. Okay. Question number 139. If the series limit frequency of the Lyman series is null. Lyman series limit means maximum energy or the minimum wavelength. Okay. So maximum energy means infinite to 1. Infinite to 1, then what is the energy? You will say energy is equal to what? Lyman series 13.6. Okay. Then here energy I can say for the Lyman. Okay. Then the series limit frequency of the P fund. Okay. Lyman Balmer Paschen bracket P fund means lower shell will be the 5. 5 means energy will get n by n square. So for the P fund what you will get? 13.6 by 5 square. 5 square is what? 25. Then energy become 1 by 25. So series limit also become 1 by 25 because energy is equal to what? H nu. Okay. Then from that I can say nu L by 25. Question number 140. Hydrogen atom, Li plus hydrogen-like atom, hydrogen atom and Li plus 2. That is also the hydrogen-like atom. Second excited state means n is equal to 3. When n is equal to 3, then angular momentum, we know that for the electron, angular momentum in any atom, mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Angular momentum is equal to nh upon 2 pi. In both, electron is in the third orbit. Second excited state means third orbit. So electron angular momentum in both case will be 3h upon 2 pi. It means angular momentum will be equal. So LH is equal to Li. But energy is what? Energy we know that E is equal to what? Minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. N is same 3, but the Z is more for the Li. So that's energy will be more for Li. So that's why energy is more for Li than hydrogen, but the angular momentum will be same. That is a 140. Now question number 142. 142, the electric field intensity produced by the radiation coming from the 100-watt bulb at a 3-meter distance is E. This I said in the marathon class also. In that case, you can say U energy density into C is equal to P by 4 pi R square. Okay. Electric field they are asking. So energy density I can say half epsilon naught into E naught square into C is equal to P by 4 pi R square. Okay. What they are doing now only 100-watt bulb 3-meter distance. Then intensity is E. Then here they are changing the power, but distance is same. So power only changing, distance same, C same, this same means E naught square is directly proportional to P, or E is directly proportional to under root P. Then E2 by E1 is equal to under root of P2 by P1. Final power is 50, initial power is 100. That will come 1 by root 2. Then what is the E2? E1 by root 2. Then electric field will become E by root 2. I shall explain in the marathon class also. Okay. Are I completed? Then question number 143, little bit lengthy. So here one reaction given, N is giving P plus Q, N convert P plus Q. N is at rest. It is at rest. Okay. It disintegrate into the P and Q. Mass MP, MQ, NN. Okay. And the binding energy is given what? Energies of the P and Q given EP and EQ are the kinetic energies of P and Q. P and Q kinetic energy given EP and EQ. So we can say kinetic energy of P is the EP and kinetic energy of the Q is equal to what? EQ. It is given. Okay. Now velocities of the P and Q given VP and VQ. C is the speed of light. Now which option is the incorrect or correct, like that they are asking. Okay. So first option. One thing I said in the marathon class also, whatever the energy Q value or the energy release in the nuclear reaction, first it goes in the form of kinetic energy of the product. Then eventually it convert into the heat. Okay. So what is the energy release? Energy release is the what? Mass defect. This delta is the mass defect. Mass of reactant minus mass of product. Mn minus Mp minus Mq means this is the what? Mass loss. How much mass loss? Delta. So mass loss will convert into the energy by mc square. So what is the Q value of this reaction? Delta into c square. Mc square means delta into c square. Okay. So mass loss is the, or Q value of this reaction is the delta into c square. Okay. Now that energy will distribute in the form of the kinetic energy of the product. Means EP plus EQ is equal to delta c square. EP plus EQ is equal to delta c square. So first option is correct or not? Okay. Now, second I will come later. Third option, initially the N is at rest. N is at initial momentum is 0, so final momentum also 0. It means momentum of P plus momentum of Q is equal to 0. So like gun and bullet. So their momentum will be, magnitude will be equal, only direction will be opposite. Then I can say magnitude of momentum MP into VP is equal to MQ into VQ. From that you will get what? Vp by Vq is equal to Mq by Mp. Okay. If the fourth is correct, then second will be incorrect. Okay. From that we can say the second will be incorrect. Now fourth we have to check. Fourth, what I am saying here, the magnitude of momentum for the P as well as Q is. They are asking the magnitude of momentum. Okay. So magnitude of momentum, how I can find? So I said what? EP plus EQ is equal to delta into c square. Okay, their momentum are equal, so magnitude of momentum they are asking. So kinetic energy I can say P square by 2m. So 2m of P plus P square upon 2m of Q is equal to delta into c square. Or EP plus EQ is equal to delta c square. From that P square you can take common, P square by 2, then here you will get what? MP plus MQ upon MP MQ. That is equal to what? Delta into c square. Now after that you will solve this. You can cross multiply this. I gave as a mu. So this MP MQ upon MP plus MQ is the mu. After cross multiplying, after taking root, you will get the momentum. So answer 4 option is also correct. That's why second you can say it is the incorrect, because that relation is not coming. From the fourth we can say second is the incorrect. Okay. 143. Now 144, plane electromagnetic wave propagating along x direction. So direction of propagation of wave is x direction. Then what is the possible electric and magnetic field? So you can check an option also. Electric field, magnetic field, both are perpendicular to the DOP. So this cannot be the answer. This cannot be the, only these two we have to check. Now J cross K is the I. So that's why answer is 2. Okay. DOP is the E cross B. E is the J. B is the K. So J cross K is equal to what? I. Then question number 147, this also I explained in the marathon class also. Momentum delivered, you will take total energy by C. Here they given what? Non-reflecting means absorbing surface. So total momentum delivered, you will take the energy by C. Energy will take intensity into area into time. Time you will take 30 into 60. Okay. 148. This also I said in the marathon class, a charged particle oscillate about the mean equilibrium position with frequency of 10 to the power 9. So oscillatory charged particle is the producing EM wave, and the frequency of the EM wave will be equal to frequency of charged particle. So what is the frequency of EM wave? That is the frequency of charged particle 10 to the power 9. Second, we'll have the wavelength. Now wavelength, how I can find? C is equal to F lambda. Now C is a 3 into 10 to the power 8. F is the 10 to the power 9 into lambda. So lambda what you will get? 0.3 meters. So lambda what you got? 0.3 meters. So second is also correct. It fall in the region of the radio wave. That I have said in the marathon class also. Lambda greater than 0.1 meter. Lambda greater than 0.1 meter means radio. Here lambda I am getting 0.3. It means it will fall in the radio. So all are correct. Okay. Okay, then one variable frequency of AC source is connected to the capacitor, then displacement current. Displacement current is the what? ID is equal to C into dV by dt. When we are taking alternating source V is equal to what? V naught sine omega t. Then what is the ID? You will get C and omega cos omega t into V naught. Now, when you decrease the frequency, displacement current will decrease. When you increase the frequency, displacement current will increase. Otherwise, ID you can say the V by XC. From that also you will get the relation. Okay. Here, EM wave of intensity I fall on normally on the surface. I said three-way in the marathon class also I explained. If they are asking momentum delivered, energy by C, force applied, power by C, pressure applied, intensity by C. But that is for the perfectly absorbing surface. Perfectly reflecting surface, 2I by C, two factor we will multiply. So they are saying radiation pressure is always I by C. No. When the surface is perfectly absorbing, then only it will be I by C. Radiation pressure will be 0. No. Okay, normal incidence given also. Radiation pressure is always 2I by C. No, it will be 2I by C when it is a perfectly reflecting. Then radiation pressure is in the range of I by C to the 2I by C for the real surface. No any surface is perfectly absorbing and no any surface is perfectly reflecting. It means some absorption will be there, some reflection will be there. So the pressure will come between I by C to the 2I by C. More than absorbing, less than reflecting. So answer is the 4. Okay. Question number 156. Here E is equal to E naught, this given, then associated magnetic field. E and B relation we know that B is equal to what? E by C. Okay. So that is a magnitude. E by C is the magnitude. Now with the vector form, how I can write? So I said in the class also how you will get the magnetic field. E DOP E B. So then B what you will get? DOP cross E. So DOP is what? K cap, because K cap is the propagation constant that shows the direction of that gives the direction of propagation of wave. So DOP is the K cap cross E. Then what is a vector B? I will say vector B is equal to DOP means K cap into vector E by C. So then I can say 1 by C into K cross E. That is correct. K cap cross E. That is equal to this also I gave. So C I can write C is equal to omega by K. If I am putting C is equal to omega by K, so K magnitude will go up. K magnitude and unit vector will become vector K. So vector K into vector E by omega. That is also correct. Okay. Understood or not? So first option is correct. Electromagnetic field can be written in the terms of the magnetic field. E, if you want, then the same way you will do. Okay. E magnitude will be equal to what? CB, and then you will get by using the magnetic field cross DOP. Then you will get the E. That is also correct. In EM wave, all the three are mutually perpendicular: DOP, magnetic field, and the electric field. So their dot product, direction of propagation of wave, and electric field dot product will be 0. Direction of propagation and magnetic field will be also 0. Fourth is the incorrect. Why? DOP and the E are perpendicular to each other. So A cross B is the AB sin theta. Sin 90 is maximum. We will not get 0. They are not parallel. They are perpendicular. So which was incorrect? Fourth one is incorrect. Here, the magnetic field of a beam emerging from the filter facing the floodlight is given by this. The average intensity of the beam. Average intensity I said what? Energy density into C. If magnetic field given, so energy density I can say B naught is square upon 2 mu naught into C is what? 3 into 10 to the power 8. B naught is what? 12 into 10 to the power minus 8. So 12 into 10 to the power minus 8 is square upon 2. Mu naught is what? 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 into C value you will multiply. You will get this answer. Once check is if you are not getting the same answer because I also solve, then you can claim also. By this way you will get the answer. Okay, I think it is a 1.72. Then that is okay, that is okay, that is okay, that is okay, that is okay. This question in finite time we have done. Here acceptor atom is number of hole is equal to number of trivalent atom added. Number of trivalent atom added, what you will take? 5 into 10 to the power 28. And how many? 1 indium atom per this silicon. So I have given what? Number of indium atom upon number of silicon. This ratio I gave what? 1 upon 5 into 10 to the power 7. So number of silicon atom or silicon density I gave 5 into 10 to the power 28. Then 5 into 10 to the power 28 upon 5 into 10 to the power 7. Then you will get what? 10 to the power 21 per meter cube. That is equal to number of indium atom. That is the number of trivalent atom is equal to number of hole or hole density. Hole density you got 10 to the power 21, but option given in the centimeter cube. So you will divide with 10 to the power 6. Then you will get 10 to the power 15. Okay. Then question number, this everybody can solve also here, x bar, otherwise by the option checking also you can do here x bar, here y, so here output is the x bar plus y, here x and y bar, then you will do the what? NAND gate means here output what you will say, x dot y bar whole bar. After that, this is the NOR gate, you will get the magnitude and then you can check according to the option. I think no need to do. Here in the PN junction, in the forward bias, holes goes from the P to N and the electron goes from the N to P, so answer C. Because here P is going this direction, so that is incorrect. Here N is going this direction, that is incorrect. N is going to the P side, holes are going to the N side in the forward bias. So that's why 170 answer is C. This also I think everybody got. By solving this, you are getting the magnitude. First gate will be what? A plus B. And the second will be what? A dot B whole bar. A dot B whole bar. Now they are going from the NAND gate, means you will get what? A plus B dot A dot B whole bar. That is our output here. Okay. A dot B whole bar we can write as a split the, I said what? Split the bar, then only we can do the multiplication. So A bar plus B bar. Now when you multiply, A dot A bar is 0. Then you will get plus A bar dot B plus B bar dot A. Then B dot B bar will be 0. A dot B bar plus B dot A bar is the XOR gate. So answer is the what? XOR gate. I think all completed.
All done.
All done. This everybody know what is the forward bias and reverse bias. Easily you can check also which one is in the forward bias. P has to be at higher potential. So then you can get. Okay. Now Mohit sir will continue. Okay, then bye bye.
Okay, so let's discuss remaining questions. Coming. It will be almost, we'll finish early. Okay. However, your scores that I was expecting scores somewhat less. But no problem, you will solve those questions again, whatever mistakes you have done. Okay, try to do those questions again. In this one, questions are taken from the NCERT exemplar, as well as some 1 or 2 extra concept also taken, which are not in the NCERT. So now, in first page, we don't have any question from the we are discussing 11th class, track to remaining part. So not a single question in the first page. In second page also there is no questions. I was just finding this thing in which page questions are there so that we can finish out things faster. In page 3, we get this question number 18, very important question and very simple one. Time period of oscillation of vertical spring block system is given here your 2 seconds, then they are asking that which will be having the time period of 1 second. Here already you know multiple times, okay, this question came in the examination, PYQ question also. What you have to keep x, v, comma, a, comma, momentum also I can say. If they have frequency f and time period is t, you know, these variables, displacement is there, velocity is there, acceleration is there, momentum is there, even force also I can say, okay, here force also I can write in this one, you know, force means for the force I can say, okay, force like this. If they have frequency, f means here frequency, okay, and t means time period, okay. If they have frequency f and time period t, then your kinetic energy and potential energy will be having frequency double and time period half. This is the one point you have to keep in the mind. XVA momentum, because momentum is nothing but the mass into velocity, as well as your force, which is nothing but the mass into acceleration. If they have the frequency F, time period T, then K and P always has the double frequency, half time period. Everyone need to remember this thing. General vibration of polyatomic molecule about its equilibrium position is. So you know that if I'm talking about the polyatomic, any of the, like this is, okay, so in this one so many atoms will be there, like here, okay, and now if there are the so many atoms, then we can say vibration will not be in one direction. Vibration will be in the all possible directions, in all possible orientation. Vibrations will be there, so we can say this vibration is not in one direction. This will be the combination of, okay, combination of SHM, or we can say superposition of SHM. Okay, if single one is there, then we can say like, okay, if vibration is happening only in one direction, then we can say this is the your one oscillation. Like if I say in the diatomic, if I take example, so for the diatomic we can say vibration happening along this bond only. So this is a single SHM. But when you have polyatomic, in that case will be the your vibrations will be here also, here also. Like you take the example of CH4 is there, or any of the polyatomic, in that case vibration will be happening along each bond, we can say. So because of this, it will be the combination of or superposition of SHMs. Then in this page number 3 here, okay, so in that page only we were having the questions. After that question number 20 comes here, that some people claimed also, why claim was there in this question. So we have two vessels of same volume contain the same gas at same temperature. We can write here PV equal to NKT. Whenever they are talking about the number of molecules, PV equal to NKT, either nRT. Here your gas is same. Huh? Then we can say in this one that K is constant, T is constant. In the same container, V is also constant. So P becomes proportional to N. So one thing is clear here, that pressure is directly proportional to the number of molecules, or number of molecules directly proportional to the pressure. From here we can say they have given pressure in the ratio of 1:2. So pressure ratio 1:2. So same we can say number of molecule ratio also 1:2. And the ratio of the VRMS. VRMS simply, you know, everyone knows here that VRMS is here we can say root of 3 RT by MW here. Your gas is same, this is same, this is same. VRMS is going to be same. Kinetic energy ultimately depends on the, this is the 3/2 NKT, we can say. You know, a number is different, even though this is same, but number is different. If this thing is different, okay, it will depend on the number. Okay, so only option here, number of molecule is basically what? 1:2. Okay. Then we have, okay, next here in this one, this page, no question. And after that, we have directly question in the page number 15. We will go in this also not there, but I will just scan quickly. Here also we don't have any questions. Most of the questions are later on. Maybe some people didn't had much time in the examination, so they were not able to reach to the end. A lot of easy questions, easier questions were actually at the end. No calculation also. Now we'll go further in the, this is the page number here 8, in 9 also not there, 10 also not there. Directly we have in the 15. Okay, so this is the 14, and now in the 15, question number 91. Okay, now we have here in this one, they are saying 2 sitar string. Direct question of NCERT, option also not changed, as it is. Whatever I took in the marathon also as it is taken, because they will also ask as it is. Slightly changed, we can do A 427 you will write. Okay, B we can write, there were the 5 bits, so we can say 432. B we can write here 422. They are asking the tension in B slightly increase. Tension slightly increase means you will do arrow up, here also arrow up. This one becomes 423, 424. So here the beats will be decreasing, but here beats 433, here 434, 435. See, this is the 432 is the answer. Difference keep on increasing, beats keep on increasing. So 432 is not possible in any case. Which one is possible then? 422 will be possible answer here. two sound waves of very close frequency are reaching, then what we hear? We always hear the average frequency, and average is basically given by, in this one we can say 256 plus 260 divided by 2, okay, so which becomes here your 258. Lot of people can do the mistake here in this one, that they will put the 4, that whatever the beat frequency we hear all the time, average frequency, okay, so beats will be there, okay, differences will be there, but we hear the sound of frequency, sound will be having the average frequency of this 258 here. Now we have here in this one, next question is 93, that is about theoretical question. Which of the following statement falls for standing wave? Okay, so if you read the first one, all the particle cross their mean position at the same time, that is correct. All the particle are oscillating with the same amplitude, which is wrong. Particle don't have same amplitude. This thing you have to remember. Particle don't have same amplitude. Okay, you will remember here in this one, your standing wave. If I say in the standing wave, okay, your omega, okay, omega t same, okay, phase same in a loop, okay, in a loop, okay, amplitude different. But if this is the traveling wave, then for the traveling wave you have to remember, in the traveling wave a comma omega comma t is same, okay, phase will be different, okay, phase at the different point will be different. This is the one summary here. You can remember there are difference between the traveling wave and standing wave. In the standing wave, omega is same, time period for those particles are same. Now they are phase will be same only in the loop, amplitude will be different, but here amplitude omega and t is going to be same, phase will be different for the different particle, okay. Now, in a sound wave, displacement node is the pressure. You know that wherever displacement is minimum, pressure variation is maximum. Displacement minimum, pressure variation maximum, okay. Don't say the pressure, say always pressure variation, okay. So we can say displacement node means displacement is minimum. If displacement is minimum, okay, then at that time pressure variation need to be maximum. So change in pressure and change in density, because okay, wherever pressure is more, then we can say density also. So change in pressure is need to be how to be maximum, okay. So displacement node means displacement min, variation of pressure max. Then we have in this page, this is the question number 98. Yes, this is the one question here. This question is from this line only, that phase same in a loop, okay, you have to remember in a loop phase is same. So a lot of people might put different answer without solving. Question is simple but little bit tricky here. You got, this is the your equation given, standing wave equation given. First of all, we need to find the k here in this one, okay. How you will find the k? We can say we can easily figure out the k here in this one. That okay, in this one, this is the your 2 pi by, okay, here if you say 2 pi by lambda, we can say lambda becomes in this one 3, okay. So we can write here lambda becomes 3, okay. And you know one loop like this, okay. So in this one, if I say that there is the one loop, two loops, what are the length of one loop? So we can say length of one loop is always lambda by 2. Remember this thing. Length of one loop is always lambda by 2. Lambda we got because this thing is the 2 pi by lambda, and 2 pi by lambda means lambda is 3. So length of one loop will be 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means basically 1.5. 1.5. And here they have given length also, string is also 1.5. This is 1.5 means there will be only one loop. And if there is only one loop, then all particle will be having the same phase. If there are the two loops, then in the two loops, particles will be having the different phase. But single loop is there, all particle in a loop vibrate with the same phase. So they are going to move with the same phase. So appears like it is the calculative question, numerical question, but not a single question is calculated. Just you have to, without pen, you can solve that. Okay, lambda is this, length of one loop will be 1.5, which is equal to the length of the string. There is a single loop in this one, single loop, so all will be having same phase. Now we'll move further here in this one. So In this page we have 102. Which of the following wave cannot propagate in vacuum? Seismic waves are the mechanical waves. They are the P type and S type waves. They cannot go in the vacuum. Others are the EM wave example. They can go in the vacuum. Okay. Harmonic plane progressive wave. Which factor is different for the all particles in a wave? Harmonic plane progressive wave. Plane progressive means basically a traveling wave. In the traveling wave, they are asking that which of the following is different. That amplitude omega t is the same, phase is different. Only phase is different. So amplitude is same, frequency is same, time period is same. What is the different here? Phase is different. Okay, from this line only. A lot of people are don't remember this basic difference between the standing and traveling. That's why two questions, actually three questions you have seen back to back here. Three questions are there on this pattern, that standing wave, okay, your phase is same in one loop, omega t same, amplitude different. In the traveling we can say phase is different at a different point, but amplitude, frequency and your time period is same. Okay. Then comes here, okay, question number 106. Motion of air from one place to the other. Okay, if air is moving from one place to the other, a lot of people get confused that this is the your wave. No, this is not the wave. This one we can say this is the just wind. This is the your point given in the NCERT, that this we should not confuse this thing with the your wave. This is the actually wind. 107. Okay, about this. A lot of people are confused. That's why taken here. Cos 2 omega t. If I say that one function is there y equal to cos 2 omega t. All knows this is the SHM without any doubt. Cos 2 omega t. This thing can be written like this also. Your 1 minus 2 sine square omega t. So I can say here in this one 2 sine square omega t can be written like 1 minus cos 2 omega t. So your sine square omega t function simply becomes 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 cos 2 omega t. Here this will be the SHM. This 1 by 2 just tells about the mean position. This tells about the mean position, means we can say your mean position is nothing but the 1 by 2, and here frequency is, okay, frequency we can say, frequency omega dash is the 2 omega. So time period t dash we can write here 2 pi by 2 omega. So this becomes here pi by omega. Okay, this is the time period. Clear? We can see this thing from the graph also. Actually, graph of this will be this is the square function. So graph will be like this. Now you can say that in this one, if you shift at this point, about this point, this becomes your SHM. Okay, if this is the here 0, if you shift at the 1 by 2, this is the example of shifted SHM, where mean position is shifted by half, which is the 1 by 2, and frequency we can say here for this function frequency appears as 2 omega. So this will be there 2 omega. Okay, t dash equal to 2 pi by 2 omega means pi by omega. Now we go further here in this. That was the page 17. Now in the page 18 we don't have any question. Then comes page 19. In this one questions are there again. First is, if heat is added to system, its temperature must increase. No. Okay, it can do the work. Positive work is done by the system in a thermodynamic process, its volume must increase. Volume increasing, okay, then only positive work is there. So this statement becomes fully correct. If volume not increasing, work is not there. No? So we can say here in this case, positive work is done. Positive work, it means volume increasing. Third is, so this is 100% correct. Free expansion, heat is necessarily absorbed. In the free expansion, there is, okay, no requirement of that heat should be, means heat is absorbed or not absorb. Okay, whatever you have seen, mostly you have done the insulated also, so heat is not coming, so wrong. In a process, initial pressure and final pressure, then work must be 0. We know this can be the example of cyclic process. In the cyclic process, here, if I draw that in this case, initial, you started from here, you ending at the same point, initial pressure, initial volume is same, but work is not 0. Here work will be the area of this enclosed curve. Okay, initial final same, even though work is not 0 here. Example is the cyclic process. Then comes here your 116. Easy question, important question. They are saying from the triple point. So first of all, this triple point we have here P, here the T. This is the graph for the triple point. And in this graph, this side we have ice, here this is the water, and here we have the steam. They are saying keeping the temperature constant. Keeping temperature constant, pressure decreased. So I can first of all draw the pressure constant. This is the pressure constant line, temperature constant line, and pressure from this triple point, I am decreasing the pressure. So decreasing the pressure means you have to ultimately reach to the zone of steam. You are reaching to the zone of steam. How you will, right now you have all three are there, but now you will have only steam. It means this ice will go to the steam and this water also will go to the steam, because here all three states there, ice also there, water also there, steam also there. But finally once you lower the pressure, you have to get the steam. Ice will convert to steam, water will convert to steam. You can say ice to steam. Ice to steam. This one is known as what? Sublimation of ice. This is the vaporization of water. Here vaporization happening, here sublimation happening. So we can say 2 and 3. I hope this one is clear to everyone. This one is okay. I need confirmation in this question. Those who are online here. And remaining questions I didn't need any confirmation because I know the questions were easier. Here I need confirmation. I hope clear now. Some people are there in the online, so I'm getting because it's 11, quite late. It's my sleeping time. Okay, good. Okay, moving forward. Now, means this is the one important question, easy question. That's why I asked for the confirmation. Then we have next question here. That is okay. Question number 119. Okay, 119. Okay. Now, so many people have given confirmation. Good, very good. Okay, so all are awake now. We have this one. This is the graph that I said you need to remember that here. And this question will be useful for the even Bohr model also. This is the K, this is the P, this is the total. This is here radius. They are saying if radius is decreased, radius decreasing means you are going like this. If you are going like this, then you say your kinetic energy is increased, but potential energy is decreased. Okay, if you are coming like this, coming this way means K increasing, potential decreasing. Graph need to be remembered here. Cp minus Cv equal to R, we know it is true for all the ideal gases. Okay, if it is the ideal gas, true for all types of ideal gases. They are saying pressure in a closed vessel is reduced by drawing some of the gas. If you take out some of the gas, then ultimately molecules will be reduced. And everyone knows mean free path here, lambda m, if I say, is the 1 by root 2 pi d square mu. Okay, mu means which is the molecular density, which I can write as n by v also. So we can say, okay, by drawing out, your number of molecules will decrease. So we can say mean free path is going to increase. Lambda m decreases means number of molecules, some of the molecules will be reduced. So mean free path is going to increase here. Very simple one. You are taking, or common sense also. Okay, you have to use. Earlier more molecules were there. Now less molecules are there. To make the collision, it had to travel more distance. In the classroom earlier, suppose if I say 200 people are there, you don't have to go here and there to make the collision. Now in the classroom, only 4 people are there. So this person have to move from here to there to make the collision. So ultimately it is more. Sometimes use your common sense also. Now 122, hydrogen and nitrogen are at same temperature. Okay, are at same temperature. Molecules of which one of them? If they're asking about the molecule, not for the sample, then for one molecule we can say 3 by 2 kT is the energy. Okay, which of them have more kinetic energy means we can say F by 2 kT here for one molecule. Degree of freedom for both same. Degree of freedom same, and we are comparing one molecule to one molecule, molecule to molecule, molecule to molecule means 1 1. So we can say this is same, temperature also same, so we can say both have equal amount of energy here. Okay, then moving further here, we are 129. Okay, 129. See, pressure is increased, keeping temperature constant. Same formula, temperature constant. Temperature constant. What is the effect of kinetic energy? We can say F by 2 kT. F by 2 kT. Temperature same. It have to be constant. It will not change as temperature is constant here. Then is the experimental values of Cl2, C2H6 like polyatomic. Whatever the theoretical values you are having, in the theoretical values we don't take rotation, your effect of vibration. We only consider the translation, we consider the rotation. We never take the effect of vibration because we know vibration will happen at the high temperature, theoretically we say. But at the room temperature also in some of the gases, some vibrations are there. These vibrations are not that much significant, so we don't take. But whenever we are doing the practicals, then those vibration effect will be there. Because of that vibration effect, whenever this calculation is done, value is going to be slightly more or less. What do you say? Because theoretically we don't take any vibration, but in the real sense some vibration will be there at the room temperature also. So whenever we will do the experiment, then value will be slightly more or less. Value will be slightly more. Why value is slightly more? Because vibration is there, which we have ignored in the theoretical values. So theoretically we don't take the vibration, but the real sense vibrations will be there. Okay, so slightly more than the predicted values. Okay, this is the graph. You know this. Okay, here this one is representing your ice to water, and here water to steam. So we can say here ice to water. So region AB represents basically ice and water in the equilibrium. And CD represents water and steam in the equilibrium. They are saying at B water starts boiling, no. At the D it will start boiling. Then at the C water gets converted to the steam, no. At the C it will be starting, at the D it will be converted, means. And then we can say here, okay, D represents, okay, so we can say D is basically your heating of, means in this one I will say here your ice is there. Here water is there. Water then heated becomes 100 degrees Celsius. Now it is ready to your vaporize. So D becomes an absolute vapor. After that heating of vapor is there. Okay. So these are the major part here. So you can say this one represents the ice to water in the equilibrium. Now next we have here this question. Arrangement of three metallic rods are there. You know here aluminum is having more expense, more coefficient. So aluminum want to expand, but these steel will allow it to expand or will not allow it to expand. Aluminum want to expand, but it is riveted. Riveted means fixed from the ends. This end fixed, this end also fixed. So now aluminum says saying how to expand. Steel will say you cannot expand. So what aluminum will feel? Aluminum will feel that I am compressed by this steel. Okay, so it will feel compressed, so stress will be developed in the aluminum rod here. Then giving here two identical air bubbles are combining. You know, whenever they will combine, then radius is given by this formula, r equal to n power 1/3 into small r. So okay, after combination, we can say after combination, okay, your r will be more, and if r is more, then pressure will become less. But terminal velocity, which is basically proportional to r square, terminal velocity will increase. Terminal velocity is proportional to r square. That's why terminal velocity increases, but pressure will decrease here. Okay. Now 135 previously asked questions. You know that if here radius is less, if r is less, then pressure will be more. Okay, so we can say here in this one, C is having more pressure, A is having more pressure, and air always moves from high pressure to low pressure. So we can say it will be moving from high pressure to high pressure. Here also high pressure. These two are the high pressure. So moving from high pressure to the low pressure. So flow will be from A and C towards B. Okay, so we can say when flow will be from C and A towards B, so this will start collapsing. This also will start collapsing. Here it will be increasing. Till what will be happening? Basically, here it will become like okay, this type of diagram we can see. It actually becomes like this. Here, this also will become like. Okay, this also will become like this. Okay, is there. Okay. And what will happen actually that, okay, wherever you will draw, okay, it's a radius of curvature. So radius of curvature of this one, radius of curvature of this one, and radius of curvature of this one. All the radius of curvature same is their pressure will be same. Then only this will be stopped. Okay, otherwise flow will be there. Okay, so some people can say this one, sir, volume of A, B, and C will be equal. No, volume will not be equal because here this volume will be like this, but here they will not be like this one. They will be just like here. You can say like this. Okay, here they will collapse and they will become like this, just like the thin film, like you can say. 136. This is the question is actually not given in the NCERT, but you should know this formula so given, and you don't have to mug up also this formula. Just you should have some memory of this thing. This is known as Poiseuille formula. This is given for the fluid flow. Okay, so fluid flow in a capillary is given by here. Your dV by dt, that is just pi p r power 4 divided by 8 eta L. Okay, like charge is flowing, we say current. We have used this current in the multiple chapters. Flow of charge. So flow of water we can say is the water current here. I can take this one as the I here. In the thermal also we have used heat current. So here also we can say water current, and water will be having the resistance also. So this pressure difference same as the voltage difference. So we can say if this P will be equal to here in this one 8 eta L divided by here pi r power 4. Okay, and here we can write I. So you can say in this one basically V equal to, if you compare with the R into I, so your fluid resistance becomes here 8 eta L divided by pi r power 4. Okay, those who are aiming for that I should not leave any question in the if coming in the NEET, this should do this thing. Those who are happy that yes I can leave 1 or 2 questions, they can leave also this thing. Okay, those who are that yes I don't want to leave anything, then you should know this formula. So this is your fluid resistance we got here. So fluid resistance 8 eta L by pi r power 4. Okay, now we can say in this one, because they are saying earlier single pipe was there, later on we are connecting 4 pipes in the parallel. So we can say first of all your resistance is proportional to L by r power 4, and then I can say r dash, because we are replacing here with the length is 2L, diameter d by 2 means radius also r by 2. So we can say this becomes here your 2L divided by r power 4, and here will be the 16. R by 2 power 4. R by 2 power 4 means r power 4 by 16. R by 2 whole power 4. Now you can see this r dash becomes here in this one is actually your 32R. Okay, so this is the new pipe resistance. New pipe will be offering this much resistance. Now these pipes are in the parallel. So in the parallel, you know that all these 4 pipes, if I connect, then resultant R equivalent becomes how much? Your 32, 1 by 32, 1 by 32, 1 by 32. So we can say this becomes actually here how much? 8R. Directly I'm saying 1 by 32R, 1 by 32R, 1 by 32R, 1 by 32R. It becomes 8R. And now you can say that if resistance becomes 8 times, ultimately flow will become 1 by 8. So we can say if resistance is 8 times, flow will become 1 by 8. Or we can say that your V equal to IR, or we can say P equal to here I into R. P is same, so we can say this flow is proportional to 1 by R. Okay. Resistance is 8 times, so flow will become 1 by 8. This is not in the NCERT. Again, I am saying, so those who want, they can freely skip, but those who are said, I will not leave anything only for them. They need to know Poiseuille equation. But Poiseuille equation you will get to know after your MBBS. In the PG, this will be useful to you. Earlier it was there, now not there. So those who want to skip, they can skip also. Whenever blood is flowing, blood we cannot take as the ideal liquid. It is your viscous, and whenever your viscosity will be, then fluid flow will be given by this thing. Earlier also, somewhere in the dimensions we generally use this equation. Now moving forward, this is the little bit time taking question. Here they are asking the pressure, so we can say pressure is simply, because in this one they are asking gauge pressure, and you know gauge pressure means atmospheric, we don't have to consider. So simply we can write here in this one maybe the rho g, and what are the depth here? Your h minus h. So it becomes rho g h minus h here. Now then we'll move further here, and we get 141. They are asking here your parallel to the volume axis, and you know parallel to the volume axis means if I put like this is the P, this is the V, parallel to volume axis, clearly you know this is your isobaric. Nothing to do more here. Then we will move further, and then comes Kepler's law, T square equal to KR cube. And in this one, your k is going to be same for all the planet, because in the k, 4 pi square by gm, and 4 pi square by gm, and I said you have to remember m is the mass of, don't remember like mass of sun, you remember mass of the central body. And mass of the central body, whoever is moving around it, is going to be same for all the planet. Dimensional formula everyone knows, okay, I don't have to say here. I think that if you want they are saying gravitational potential, we can say it will be the energy, your gravitational energy, you can say U divided by mass. So this becomes ml2 t minus 2 divided by mass. And if they are asking the field, we can say force by mass, which becomes here mlt minus 2 by mass. Mass will be cancelled. You got the answer here. Then we move further here in this one. 149. In the your capillars only, okay, any body is moving under gravitational influence of another object, angular momentum is conserved, your total mechanical energy is conserved, but speed keep on changing, so linear momentum is not conserved. Okay, this is the summary point directly taking. So we can see here in this one, all of these are correct. Linear momentum not conserved. Okay, escape speed of body from Earth does not depend on, you can say escape speed formula is here, root of 2 gm by r. It depends on the mass, it depends on the r, but this mass is not mass of the projecting body. This m is the mass of planet. So it depends on the mass of planet, depends on the radius of planet, and does not depend on the mass of the body as well as direction of projection. Okay, you project at any angle, it remains same. Kepler's law of area is a consequence of, already we know this is the your conservation of angular momentum. No need to read even other option also. Total mechanical energy of Earth satellite system. Satellite is bounded to the Earth, so total energy is going to be negative. I said three things you will remember. If total energy is negative, it means bounded. Total energy is 0 or positive, it means it is not bounded. In the escape also it was told to you. 153. Power, surface tension. Power everyone knows. Power is the energy by time, so we can say ml2 t minus 3. Then surface tension will be the mt minus 2. And then your Planck constant becomes here ml2 t minus 1. They're asking that here your, okay, in the ascending order, then you can say ascending order is same order, minus 3, minus 2, and then minus 1. So correct order given here. Now, then 158 S equal to V ut plus half at square. This formula itself is fully correct. And if any correct formula is there, it will be the dimensionally correct. Okay, because dimensionally correct may or may not be correct formula numerically. Okay, but this formula is fully correct, and any correct formula is always dimensionally correct. So there's a dimensionally correct formula. Comes here question number 159. P equal to, P is the power here, and given B minus x squared divided by here A into T. Okay, now A we have to find, so we can say first of all we can write power. Power will be energy by time, so we can say ml square here T minus 3, and then we can write B is, okay, x is the length here, so we can say this is the L square divided by A, this is the T. Now we can say here L square we can cancel, this T will be, so A will be basically equal to 1 divided by M, and this becomes here T minus 2. So A becomes in this one M minus 1 L0 as well as T power 2. Okay, simple question from the dimension. I hope you have done all. Then moving further here, we get 162. You know that your breaking stress is basically, if I say F max by A, so F max is basically equal to BS into A. So it depends on the area, not on the length, so it will remain same. Okay, so they are asking that here that when length is reduced to half its original length, so maximum load we can suspend same, it depends on the area. If you are going to cut like this, then only, okay, but they are saying we are cutting length is reduced, okay, not area. If you cut this way, then only area will be reduced. Okay, so that will remain same. This is the your parallel connection, same question that I said. And we can say whenever the parallel connection is there, then we can write here in this one K equivalent is given by K1 plus K2, and then we can say your frequency, because time period is basically proportional to 1 by root k, or we say t square is the 1 by k. So f square basically becomes k. So we can say here in this one, f equivalent square equal to f1 square plus f2 square. We are writing in terms of f, they have given in terms of nu, same relation. You need to remember this question for the frequency as well as time period. This question you should, because they can ask either in the terms of frequency, either in terms of time period also. Then we'll move further here, a proportional to minus x, which is the basically a equal to minus omega square x here. This is the first statement, acceleration due to the gravity decreases with increasing altitude, which is the correct option. No need to read remaining option. First option itself is correct one here. Now we move further here in this page. No other question. And here 172, you can see here this distance is less and this mass is more. So ultimately this side force becomes more, and if this side force is more, it will be moving towards the 2m. Mass more, distance less, so this force becomes more. PQ are the physical quantities which cannot be meaningful. Direct plus minus is never meaningful. I said direct plus minus you cannot do at all. And here in the first option there is the direct plus and minus, not possible at all. This is not going to be meaningful. 174, we can say formula is basically your least count equal to all the time pitch by number of division. And now we can say that here in this one, pitch is the 0.5 by 100. Answer becomes 0.005 mm. Here keys, okay, given key is wrong, option will be number 1. Okay, correct answer is 1 here in this one. Now, and then we have last the 178. 170 is saying isothermally. Isothermal means temperature not changing. Temperature not changing, VRMS also will not change. Whatever you do, temperature not changing, VRMS will not change. Speed is not going to change here. And then is the question number 180. Fixed question, you have to remember this graph. At the low temperature, specific heat varies, like the cube relation is there. So this is the graph. This only happens at the low temperature. Fixed graph need to be remembered. And this one is not given in the NCERT. NCERT, they have given coefficient of expansion. So this is the extra graph that you have to keep. So 2-3 things asked extra out of the NCERT that you need to know here. Okay, what about the Poisson? One is that this graph also is extra. A lot of people are thinking this graph is given in the NCERT. That is the graph for the volume expansion, not for the specific heat. A specific heat for the metals at the low temperature will be varying like this. Okay, next Amit sir will be discussing. He is ready. So last few questions. Okay, now last few questions will be discussed by Amit sir. Already time is
hello everyone. Congratulations on completing the physics marathon. If you can sit for continuous 4 hours in physics, then you are not a man. You are man or girl. You are Superman. Now you are sitting for 4 straight hours in discussion also. Split कैसे गया था? अरे वो ऑनलाइन होगा. ये करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Okay, so we shall start with question number 1. Question number 1 says, if you remember Hana marathon class, there also I have discussed the zero potential point, right? 2 charges are given, 5 into 10 power minus 8, minus 3 into 10 power minus 8, and distance is 16 centimeter apart. And they are saying where the potential is 0, and we have to find the distances measured from 5 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb charge, right? So directly 2 zero potential point will be there better. One will be at a distance 5 into 10 power 8 d, which is 16 centimeter, divided by addition of the charges 5 plus 3, 8 16 cancel, one will be 10 centimeter, another one will be 5, into 16 centimeter divided by 5 minus 3, which will become 40 centimeter. Why I am using 5 in the numerator? Because they are asking find distance from 5 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb charge. That's why I am using 5 in the numerator. Then 10 power minus 8 will get cancelled out. That's why I have not written it. The second question. Second question. Hexagon 10 centimeter. Then charge 5 microcoulomb at each of its corner vertices. Potential, I told you, K into Q total divided by R. But R was this length is L, but I didn't say L, I said R. This one is R, right? But you know, in hexagon, this angle will be 60 degree. These two angles will be also 60 degree. So basically an equilateral triangle is formed. So you can say that R is nothing but L. So in a hexagon, the distance from the centroid to the corner is equal to the side length. Okay, bacha? Then we will use 9 into 10 power 9, Q total 30 microcoulomb divided by distance I will take 0.1. 0.1. We can do the calculation, right? Question number 3. Parallel plate capacitor with the air between capacitance given beta. What will capacitance? Distance between the plate is reduced by half. Distance is reduced by half, and space between them is filled with a, okay. So you know, capacitance K epsilon naught A by D. If you make distance half, so capacitance will become 2 times. Capacitance will become 2 times, and then dielectric constant 6. So capacitance will become 12 times, not 12. 12 times. 12 times of 8 is 96. Question number 4. Question number 4. 600 picofarad capacitor is charged by 200 volt supply. It is disconnected from the supply and connected to another uncharged. Okay, how much energy is lost? Recombination of plate, if you remember. The loss of energy written as half C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. But since capacitors have equal capacitance, so it will become C by 2 into 200, and another one is uncharged, so its voltage will be 0 whole square. 600 by 2 will be 300. Picofarad means 10 power minus 12. And this will become 4 into 10 power 4. Okay? You can do the calculation. Next. Five नहीं है, 6 नहीं, 7. हाँ, question number 8. Charge of 8 millicoulomb is located at origin. Okay. Work done in taking a small charge, ठीक है, from point P, which is 003. Let's say this is z-axis. So here it is 003 centimeter to 0,4 y-axis. So let's say this is y-axis 0,4. So this is 4. This is 3. They are asking. Calculate the work done. They have not mentioned ki calculate the work done by whom, right? So calculate the work done by external force or by electric field. So let's go with external force, because see, the answer will be either minus or plus, but no options are in minus. So even if you get minus answer, you take it plus. Okay? Because they have not mentioned work done by external force or work done by the electric field of the charge. Okay? So if they ask, let's say work done by external force, we will apply Q delta V. Work done by electric field minus Q delta V. Where Q is the smaller charge. Smaller charge, how much bacha? Minus 2 into 10 power minus 9. Delta V, final minus initial. This is final. This one is initial. So if you write final, it will be kq by 4 into 10 power minus 2 because centimeter minus initial kq divided by distance 3 into 10 power minus 2. Q we will put 8 into 10 power minus 3. K value we know. We can do the calculation. We can do the calculation. Question number 12. Okay. Tell me what is the distance between the corner and the center of the cube? Distance between corner and the center of the cube. I think it is half of body diagonal. Half of body diagonal. So we will write K into Q total. Q total will be 8Q. Total number of charges will be 8. 8 corners, right? Divided by R. R is the distance. What distance? Half of the body diagonal. Root 3 by 2a. Root 3 by 2a. K they want to write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So I think it will become 4 Q by pi epsilon naught a. Root 3. Root 3. Next. Question number 9. Question number 13. A positively charged particle is released from rest in a uniform electric field. What will happen to the potential energy of the system? Okay? Understand, I told you one point in marathon class, right? If a system is doing something on its own, you are not forcing something. Okay? Like here you are forcing the charge to move. Charge is not moving on its own. Okay? So here we can't say that potential energy must decrease. But if you release any charge, positive, negative, doesn't matter. If you release any charge in an electric field, charge will start moving either in the same direction of field or opposite direction of field. Positive charge, it will move in same direction. Negative charge, it will move in opposite direction of the field. In both cases, potential energy will decrease because the system is deciding it. We are not doing it, right? So the answer will be decrease. But because the charge moves along the electric field. Why it will move along the electric field? Because it is positive charge. Okay? We can use this formula also. But छोड़ते हैं, right? We can leave it. I hope you understand. We can think in a better way, in a smart way. Okay, question number 16. Question number 16 is easy question. Moving from A to B, look at the potential of A, 20, 40. A is this point, 20, 40. Every case, in every diagram, you will find A potential 20, B potential 40 volt. So, they are asking work done. Again, they have not mentioned whose work done. Doesn't matter. Either it will be Q delta B or minus Q delta B depending on external work or depending on electrostatic work. If not mentioned, try to go with external work. Okay? But delta B in all cases are same, which is 40 minus 20 equal to 20 volt. Doesn't matter. The lines are, the surfaces are close or far, doesn't matter. If the potentials are equal or if the potential difference is equal, the answer will be same. What I mean to say here is, let's say, if they change the point, one is on 10 volt, another point is on 30 volt. Then also the answer, the work done will be same. Although the surfaces we have changed, but the difference is still 30 minus 10, which is 20 volt. The answer will remain same. It depends on Q delta V. Delta V same, work done will be same. Question number 17. Okay, case 1. Achha, this one is kept closed. So here battery remains connected. Told you in the class, battery remains connected, means potential will remain constant. When you open the key, then here charge will be constant. Because whatever charge is there, if you open the key, then charges are trapped on the plate of the capacitor. They have nowhere to go. So the charges are trapped. So charge will be constant. Whatever you do the change, you increase the plate separation, the charger will be constant. But in the first case, V will be constant. Now, so in case 1, Q remains same. No. In case 2, V remains same. No. In case 1, V remains same. Yes, but Q decreases. Q decreases. Okay. So what we are doing here, moved apart. So capacitance is epsilon naught A by D. If D increases, capacitance will decrease. Now, in this case, V will be equal to Q by C, and C is decreasing. C is decreasing. Q is constant. So V will increase. V will increase. This is happening in second case. This is happening in second case. So in second case, they are saying V is decreasing. So last option is wrong. Okay? Now, in case 1, V remains same and hence Q decreases. So Q equal to CV. V constant, C decreases. So Q decreases. So third option is correct. (18, 19, 20). No. 25. These two are connected in parallel, beta. These two are connected in parallel. Again, if you remember the class, I told you in parallel combination, equivalent EMF is a kind of average. And average value must lie between the minimum value and the maximum value. Only two cells are there. E2 is more, E1 is less. So equivalent will lie between the minimum and maximum. But only in parallel, don't say in series, only in parallel. Okay. Okay. So you know the resistance value is rho L by A. L we always take in the direction of current flow. L we always take in the direction of current flow. Area we take perpendicular, the area which the current is penetrating. Means if I draw the cuboid, something like this. Okay? Then this face is having a small. Now, if you want to maximize the resistance, then you should maximize the L because material is same, and you should minimize A. You should minimize A. So, if you take the smaller here, if you apply the battery, something like this, bacha, then this one will be A, which is 1 into half centimeter, and current will go like this. So L will be taken in the direction of current. So L will be longer dimension. So always try to make the current flow along the longer dimension if you want the maximum resistance. Then make the current flow along the direction of, along the longest dimension. Okay? So that's why area I will take minimum. Remaining case area will be not minimum. Okay? Next. (27), (28), (29). Direct formula based. We will not waste time here. What is the magnetic field at the center of the coil? Coil bhai. So B equal to mu naught Ni by 2R. Everything is given. R given, I given, N given. Mu naught value we know. Okay? Second, question number 30. 50 ampere north to south. North to south, let's say this is north, although north is not up, but I'm drawing in this diagram. North to south, give the magnitude and direction of B east of the wire at this point. So at this point, how do we find? So by understand this, thumb down, and then, right? This side. So it will be this side. This side means, this side will be up actually. But if you are getting confused, then think in 3D. कि wire is placed something like this, beta, है ना, north south. This one is south, let's say, east. Then the magnetic field will be up, right? Magnetic field will be up. North side, south, current is towards south. This one is east, right? Then palm we will open towards east. Then this palm is facing up. Okay? And value wise we know, long straight wire, infinite wire, we know mu naught I by 2 pi d, every data is given. Every data is given. The point is here, the magnetic field will be up. Magnetic field will be up. Next question, I think, which is similar to this one only. 31. Same logic you apply. Same logic you apply. Exact similar question, only direction has been changed. 32. What is the magnitude of magnetic force per unit length on a wire carrying a current of 8 ampere making an angle 30 degree with direction of uniform magnetic field? We know the formula. We will apply ILB sine theta. ILB sine theta. ILB sine theta. But they are asking force per unit length. So force per unit length will be only IB sine theta. Mental calculation we can do, right? I B sine theta, sine 30 half into 8, 4 into 0.15, which is 0.6. 0.6. ठीक है, next 34 नहीं. Okay, question number 40. Solenoid, okay. B inside solenoid. B inside solenoid near its center. So near the center we know B equal to mu naught Ni. B equal to mu naught Ni. But they have said 5 layers. So we will multiply with 5. 5 layers we will multiply means on one layer had been done, then again 2, then again 3, again 4, again 5. Layer over layer it has been placed. So we will multiply with 5 and then length given, total number of turns given. So I will write this one as total number of turns divided by length into I into 5. All data is supplied here. Okay? This data is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. Actually not completely irrelevant. Here you can see the length is much greater than R. 80 centimeter is much greater than 1.8 centimeter. So we can consider it to be ideal solenoid, long solenoid. Because in long solenoid only this formula is valid. Okay? Next, torque. Torque formula is, if you place a coil in a magnetic field, torque is mb sine theta. Normal to the plane of the coil makes an angle theta, 30 degree. Normal to the plane means M vector is making an angle theta, 30 degree with B. So no need to take 60 degree. There is no trap in this question. 30 degree only we will take. Because 30 degree is the angle between normal to the coil. Means M vector and B vector. Right? It's not the angle between B vector and the plane of the coil. If the angle given B vector and the plane of the coil, then you take the another angle, 90 minus theta. But directly M and B angle is given. ठीक है बच्चा, 20 turns squared side. So M I will write NIA B sine theta, and A I will write A square. Calculation part to bhai you have to do. Next. हाँ 42. Voltage sensitivity we write NAB by KR, where N is the total number of This is moving coil meter, means moving coil galvanometer. N is the total number of turns of the coil. And R is the resistance of the coil. To understand, a resistance, you can write rho L by A. But L will depend on the number of turns. More number of turns, that means if you open the wire, then the length of the wire, which is used to make the coil, that will be also more. So you can write, length you can write N into perimeter of one coil, of one turn. Please understand. N into perimeter. If it is a square, 4L, and a rectangle, then we can write circle, then we can write 2 pi r. So whatever is the perimeter, so that is the perimeter of one turn. Then there are total n turns. So total length of the wire will be n into perimeter of one turn. Okay? Now if you put this here r, then this n in r and this n will get cancelled. That's why if you go through your notes, we have mentioned voltage sensitivity is independent of n. But they should mention here one thing. They have said the resistances are different. They have said the resistances are different. They must mention that both coils in two galvanometers, both coil have same material and same thickness. Same material, same thickness. This thing is missing here. They must mention same material and same thickness. Then I can say the resistance is different due to the length only. But that length factor n will get cancelled out. I hope you understand everything about the question. Okay? Then it is not dependent on n or r. K is also same. K is also same. So it will only depend on the product AB. Product AB. So if you multiply 3.6 1 by 4, 3.6 1 by 4, it will be 0.9. 1.8 half, it will be 0.9. So the product AB in both cases are same. That means voltage sensitivity are same, although resistances are different. But since resistances are changing due to the length, and due to the length, that factor n will also change by the same amount. I hope you understand this part. Question number 39. Question number 39. Two infinite wires. Estimate the force on a 10 centimeter section of the wire. 10 centimeter section of the wire. The answer will be mu naught I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d into 0.1. Because this is the formula of force per unit length. Force per unit length multiplied by 10 centimeter, which is 0.1 meter. Do the calculation. Am I leaving any question? (46) An electron is projected with uniform velocity along the axis of a bacha body. If this is a solenoid, you know, filled inside solenoid, long solenoid, we will consider to be like this. And if you place it, if you give a velocity, same direction, then V and B will become parallel. Why? And if velocity and magnetic field are parallel, the magnetic force will be 0. If you ignore the gravity and all. Okay? So that means it will continue to move in straight line with uniform velocity. Circular current loop of M is an arbitrary orientation in an external magnetic field. Work done to rotate the loop by about an axis perpendicular. By some angle. We have not mentioned the angle. Let's say by 30 degree. By 30 degree. About an axis perpendicular to its plane. About an axis perpendicular to its plane. You can ask that 30 degree angle was not given an add mark. No. Why? Because let's say this is a coil, this is a coil, and the magnetic field bacha body, let's say arbitrary angle, so let's say it is inclined. Now work done to rotate the loop by 30 degree about an axis perpendicular to its plane. About an axis perpendicular to its plane. So right now, let's say it's m vector. The current is anti-clockwise, so m vector is up. But you are rotating about this axis now, yaar. So coil will rotate like this only. Means its m vector will rotate like this. It's not change its orientation. M vector will not change its orientation. Understand the difference? If you rotate about a diameter, then m vector will change. But if the coil is rotating in its plane, its orientation is not changing. So m vector direction is also not changing. So if you apply that mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, okay, although you have rotated by 30 degree, means this point, understand? This point will come here, 30 degree. The point will come here. But that doesn't change anything. Rotate it by 60 degree. Rotate it by 180 degree. The point will come to the diametrically opposite position. But m vector direction has not changed. So that mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, you apply when you are rotating it about any diameter, not perpendicular axis. Okay? 48 we know. Gyromagnetic ratio m by L equal to q by 2m. So it is independent of the orbit in which it is present. No n term is there. But one negative will be also there because the charge of the electron is minus e. Now what is the meaning of negative sign? Meaning of the negative sign is, we will write like this, m vector equal to minus e by 2m into L vector. So if an electron is going in a circle, so it will have angular momentum, aisa? But its magnetic dipole moment, electron going anti-clockwise, angular momentum upward. But if electron is going anti-clockwise, it will make a current clockwise. Negative charge going anti-clockwise, it will make a current clockwise. So its m vector, I into A, I into A will be downward. So for a negative charge, m vector, L vector are in opposite direction. And that opposite direction, this minus sign will represent. And for a positive charge, gyromagnetic ratio is positive. The meaning is m vector and L vector are in same direction. Are samjha ya nahi samjha bhai? Charged particle would never continue to move with constant velocity. So never move constant velocity. Velocity is never constant. It means that force is never zero. Force is never zero. We can only get in third option. Because electric field is non-zero. It means electric force will be present. And there is no one to cancel that. Electric force must be present, but there is no one to cancel that because magnetic field is not there. Gravity we are ignoring. Yes or no? So here net force will be always non-zero. So velocity will never be constant. Here always constant. And in first and second case, may be constant. Means we can create some scenario where the force can be zero. Like here, electric force and magnetic force, if we make such that both forces cancel each other. If you remember that Lorentz force one case I told you in marathon class. V minimum equal to E by B. So that is constant velocity only because the electric force was cancelled by magnetic force. Here electric force is zero, but magnetic field is there, sir. But you know, magnetic field doesn't guarantee magnetic force. If magnetic field is present, like that in solenoid question, and if you throw the particle in the direction of magnetic field, the magnetic force will be zero. So if electric field is present, electric force must be present. If magnetic field is present, magnetic force may be present, may not be present. So we get a slight chance of making force zero here, of making zero for. I'm not saying it will be always zero in this case. So here always constant velocity. Here constant velocity cases are possible, not always, but possible. You can't say never. Here it will be not possible. I hope you understand. Short bar magnet, 30 degree. Uniform external magnetic field experiences a torque. What is the value of magnetic moment? So you know torque equal to mb sine theta. They are asking m. I will write tau by b sine theta. All three data is given tau b sine theta. Again, I don't think there is any issue here. Question number 57, similar question. If you place magnetic moment given, magnetic field given, then they are asking what is the potential energy of magnet in each case, which case by stable and unstable. That means they are asking minimum potential energy, which is minus mb. Then they are asking maximum potential energy, which is plus mb. So you can multiply 32 into 15. I think second option will be there. Because confusion should be, no, you can check. Only minus sign will be different. Yaar. Why I will do the calculation at the first place? And first one will be negative, second one will be positive. First one negative, first one negative. Okay, so either answer will be 2 or 4. But here you can check. They are not equal in magnitude. So I will go with option number 2. No need to solve it. Okay. In permanent magnet means ferromagnetic substance. Not all ferromagnetic substances are permanent magnet, but all permanent magnets are ferromagnetic substance. You can say this, right? So in ferromagnetic substance, we talk about domains, Hana? But in permanent magnet, domains are partially aligned. More aligned it will be more strong magnet. But 100% alignment will not be there. Some randomness will be there. Okay? So domains are partially aligned, but there will be some alignment. The magnetic dipole moment of the sample will not be 0. Because if magnetic dipole moment of the sample is 0, then it is not behaving like a magnet. Any object, any ferromagnetic substance will behave like a magnet only when the M sample will be non-zero. So permanent magnet has M sample non-zero because of the alignment. But is that alignment complete 100%? No. It is only partially aligned. But you can't say zero alignment. Zero alignment, 100% alignment. Zero alignment means normal, means it is just a ferromagnetic substance like iron, not behaving like a magnet. 100% means very strong magnet. We are talking about somewhere in middle. Okay? This we have taken from NCERT. Remember, a parallel plate capacitor with large plate and a small separation, long solenoid, ideal solenoid, is ideally treated as a constant between the plate and zero outside. If you take a capacitor, then we say the field exists like this. So for casually we take like this. For solving numerical, we take like this. For a better understanding, we take like this. But if you go in detail, if you take such situation, there will be some problem. Like since electric field is a conservative field, means work done by electric force should be 0 in a round trip. That is the definition of conservative force. Okay? So in a round trip, the work done should be 0. So work will what? Force into DL. Force will what? Q into E. Q take RHS. So you can say for a conservative field, integration E dot DL must be 0. But if you take one path like this, half part inside, half part outside, then here if you do E dot DL, DL will be right. DL will be right. Now this question is not for everyone. Please understand. Okay? So this question not for everyone again. So please, top batches, please focus. Okay? DL vector right side, electric field right side. Okay? So E dot DL will come something. E DL cos theta will come something. It will be E into L. Here dl vector will be up, but E vector will be right side. So E dot dl, theta 90 degree, 0. Here E is 0 because this is outside. Outside we say 0. So here E is 0. So E dot dl 0. Again here E dot dl 0. That means closed integral, when you are doing E dot dl, it is coming E into L. In this part it is coming. Remaining part it is not coming. That means it is not 0. But it should have been 0. But here it is not coming 0. Means it is suggesting the electric field is non-conservative. No. Then sir, what is happening in the reality? So in the reality, some fringing happens. Outside, the electric field will be like this. We call this fringing of electric field. Hana? Now if you go E dot dl left side, now electric field is present right side, and if you go left side, dl left side, electric field right side, that means E dot dl will be negative. And it will be exactly equal to minus EL. Hana? Obviously we cannot calculate it, but obviously it will be minus EL. So EL 0 minus EL 0, overall 0. Okay? And remember, when you say the magnetic field inside the solenoid, understand this. Remember this point directly. Now I will not go in proof like this, although we can discuss it. If you say the magnetic field lines are like this, that means you are saying if the magnetic field is originating from the left, terminating at the right side, means you are saying the magnetic field has an originating point at a terminating point. No. The Gauss law of magnetism says the magnetic field line should be closed curve. Magnetic field line should be closed loop. It is not a closed loop. Means it will not terminate at a sudden. You can't say it is 0 outside. It will be like this. So it is failing two things. It is failing, it is violating Gauss law also, 4 also. We will go with option number 2 and 4. So correction is required here. We will go with option number 2 and 4. Understand like this now. If you take a Gaussian surface of any shape, then there is outflux. Can you see the right side? There will be magnetic field line crossing, outflux. But there is no influx. So can you say the net flux through this Gaussian surface is 0? No. But what we know the B dot ds is always 0. This is the Gauss law of magnetism. But are we getting? No. But if the magnetic field lines would have been like this, then there is outflux here, and then there will be influx over here. Then you can say net flux is 0. So it is violating. If magnetic field lines are just a straight line, means some origin, some terminating, that is not a closed loop, then it will violate two things: Ampere law as well as Gauss law of magnetism. Not Gauss law of electrostatics, Gauss law of magnetism. Answer will be both 2 and 4. Again I am saying. Paramagnetic material. This is shows a net magnetization, means I, intensity of magnetization, when placed in a field of 0.6 Tesla. So if you divide this with mu naught, you will get H, temperature 4 Kelvin. So you know this, Curie's law for paramagnetic material, susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature better. Then we can write chi1 T1 equal to chi2 T2. Susceptibility, if you remember, I by H. I think similar question has been asked in mains also. I1 by H1 T1 equal to I2 by H2 T2. Susceptibility is I by H. And then you can put the value. I is given 8. H is given 0. Actually, this is not H. But if you multiply mu naught and mu naught, then this will become B1 and this will become B2. So we can write 0.6. Temperature is Kelvin 4. If given in degree Celsius, must convert in Kelvin. I2, they are asking I2. H2, 0.2. Temperature, 16. Calculate I2, you will get 2 by 3. Question number 63. adjacent coil has a mutual inductance, by mutual inductance given. If the current in one coil changes from 0 to 20, 0 to 20 in 0.5 seconds, what is the change in flux linkage? Okay, so we know phi equal to mi. So change in flux will be m into change in current. Okay, so m value given 1.5 into change is 20 minus 0, 20 minus 0, then it will be 30 Weber. No use of the 0.5 second, because they are asking just change in flux. They are not asking induced EMF. If they ask induced EMF in the secondary, then I will divide with 0.5, then answer will be 60 volt. Solenoid length given, cross section area given, number of turns total given, current given. The current is suddenly switched off in 10 to the minus 3 seconds, means delta I by delta T given. How much is average back EMF, means induced EMF, back EMF means induced EMF across the end of the open switch in the circuit. Ignore, okay. So basically we will apply EMF equal to minus, we can ignore the minus sign, L, or you can take the minus sign, no problem. Okay, okay, because L value, now here is catch, L is, if you remember, mu naught n square, because capital N given, into area by length. Okay, into area by length. Area given, length given, must convert into SI unit. Capital N given 500, mu naught value we know. So I think we know L. After that, delta I by delta T we will write 2.5, and then switched off means 0. So 2.5 divided by 10 to the minus 3. Multiply them. Minus sign if you want to, again, options are not negative, so we can go with the magnitude. Otherwise, if you want to precise discussion, then understand it went from 2.5 to 0, so final is 0. So change, delta, change is always written final minus initial. So you should write 0 minus 2.5. So delta I by delta T, precisely speaking, it is minus. And then minus and minus will become plus. And I have told you in the class, when the flux will be decreasing, EMF we will take positive. That is the meaning of the minus sign. Decreasing flux, positive EMF. Increasing flux, negative EMF. Anyways, this one is an easy question. Side length, square side L, so area will be L square. XY plane, so area is L square K cap. Magnetic field given, flux asking, so I will just take K cap. So I will multiply 4 V naught L square. 4 V naught L square. Next, infinite line charge produces a field at a distance of calculate the linear charge density. Then we know the formula directly, mu naught I by 2 pi r. Just use it and find, sorry, अच्छा ये तो electrostat का, I thought of magnetism, my mistake. Metal plate is getting heated. So metal plate will be heated only when there will be some current. Simple, I square R. Metal plate will be heated when there will be some current. So direct current, okay. It will be heated. They are asking in correct region. So first it's heated. Time varying magnetic field. Time varying magnetic field will change the flux. So AD current will be there. AD current will be there. So current is there, na bhai. So heated. It is placed in a space varying magnetic field. Means let's say this is wire. It is producing a field which is changing in space. Field here is 2 Tesla. Here it is 1 Tesla. So everywhere the field is different. But whatever is the field, it is not changing with time. So d phi by dt, flux is not changing with time. Flux is not changing with time. So here induced current will be 0. So here no heat. So incorrect reason is third. 75. Okay. R, L, C given, connected to variable frequency. When the frequency of the supply equals the natural frequency, means resonance, average power in the resonance. So average power in the resonance will be P max. P max will be 200 volt. AC means RMS value given. So we will apply ERMS square by Z. But Z is R. ERMS square by Z, but Z is R. Why? Because we are talking about resonance. Okay? So we can do 200 into 200 divided by a resistance which is 20. So I think it will be 2000 watt. Okay. $85. No, मेरा नहीं है भाई. Then 84. Simple one line equation. Input power, input voltage, secondary voltage. So secondary voltage 1 by 10. Come on here, direct. Secondary voltage 1 by 10. So secondary number of turns will be 1 by 10. 1 by 10 of 4000 is 400. Question number 90. Half power frequency. Half power frequency means the frequency at which the power dissipated is half of the maximum power. Maximum power I just told you. Maximum power is dissipated at resonance. So those frequency, understand this. If you remember the graph like this, at resonance, here power is maximum. Then there will be some power which is maximum by 2. So it will occur at 2 positions. One less than omega naught, another more than omega naught. Remember, these two are not equal. The graph is not symmetrical. This is one misconception students have. The graph is symmetrical. Means they think the distance, omega naught minus omega 1, this distance and this distance, they think they are equal. Both are equal. No. Okay? Why? Because it is given as under root omega 1, omega 2, we call it geometric mean. Remember the formula directly. It's 12 o'clock and I can't derive it again. But we have done in the class, right? So it is geometric mean. And this value will not be at equal distance from omega 1 and omega 2. So remember the result directly. Generally, we think this is the answer. No, this is not the answer. The second one. Because if this is the answer, first one is the answer, then it will be equidistant from both, which is not the case. Okay? Next. I think it is almost over because after that, we don't have much question. Focal length, no. Meter bridge. By whatever the resistance, doesn't matter. Earlier the null point was at 39.5 and if you interchange, so understand this. Earlier the null point was at 39.5, then remaining was 60.5 because total is 100. Then if you interchange the resistance, the null point will also get interchanged. It's so simple. The null point will also get interchanged. Question number 109. Battery EMF given, resistance internal given, then it is charged. Okay. So let's consider the diagram. Bacha body. This is 120 volt. This one is 8 volt, 0.5 ohm, 15.5 ohm. The current will be anti-clockwise because 120 volt will be dominating. You can see the current is coming out of the positive terminal. So 120 volt is discharging and current is going inside 8 volt. So 8 volt is getting charged. 8 volt is getting charged. They are asking terminal voltage of the battery, this terminal voltage. So first you find the current. Current will be E equivalent, which is subtraction, divided by 16 ohm. 112 by 16. I think 7. Then charging case potential difference, I have told you E plus IR. 8 plus 7 into 0.5, which is 3.5, given 11.5 volt. Question number 110. Question number 110. Number density of free electrons given. Small n given. How long does an electron take to drift? 1 and 3 meter long. Okay. Acha. They are asking how much time it will take. So it will take length divided by drift speed. Length divided by drift speed. Cross section area given, better. Cross section area given. And current also given. Current is given. And we okay. So we can apply I equal to NEA VD. VD we will write I given NE we know I by NEA, and we will put here L divided by I divided by NEA, which will be NEAL by I. NEAL by I. Please do the calculation. Now I think it is almost over. Chalo bhai. 15, 16. Nahi. I think now it's more of track 2. $129. नहीं है. 41, 43. Check. As far as I have checked now, 1-2 question will be there. 154. No. Displacement current. Yes. 161. Self-inductance of a solenoid. Fixed number of turns, not number of turns per unit length. So, mu naught n square area by L. So, if you want to increase L, then area must be increased, length must be decreased. Area must be increased, length must be decreased. Although other cases are also possible, depending on how much we are increasing area or length. But if it is a single choice question, so we will go with the best possible answer, right? Like if they say number of turns, small n constant. Small n constant, if they say in the same question, so small n constant, so the formula is like this. So I will say both should increase. A and L both should increase. $160, nice question, exemplar question. There are two coils, A and B, as shown in figure. A current starts flowing in B when A is moved towards B. So current will be flowing in B in anti-clockwise when A is moving towards B, and stops when A stops moving. So if A has been stopped, there is no current. It means one thing. It is, that means this is a very important statement. Current stops when A stops moving. It means here current is constant. Because if the current is variable here, please understand, if the current is increasing, then even though A will not be moving, but since the current is increasing, here flux will be increasing. Come on. Yes or no? So if A has stopped and then current has stopped here, it means one thing, the current in A is constant. So varying current, no. No current also, no. Constant current. Only direction we have to check. Understand? Here, if it is coming close, the flux is increasing. Flux is increasing, we are getting anti-clockwise, means B induced will be outward. It means key field of B here is inward. Field due to A is inward. And this inward field is increasing. That's why outward induced field will be there. That's why we are getting anti-clockwise current. Okay? So anti-clockwise current means field due to A is inward. Okay? And it will be produced by anti-clockwise current. Understand this? Anti-clockwise current, you will say, sir, but anti-clockwise current, you right hand thumb rule, field is outward, na sir? Field is outward, but within the coil. Field will be outward within the coil. Outside the coil, it will be just opposite of the right hand thumb rule. Why? Because the field lines, think like this, the field lines will be something like this. Okay? So here if the field line is up, then outside it will be down. Outside it will be down. Okay? Or you can think, you can consider this as a magnet, magnet whose M vector will be perpendicular. But for this magnet, any point outside on this plane will be equatorial point. Come on. Again, topper only. Okay? For this magnet, any point on the plane will be equatorial point. So field will be opposite of M vector. So M vector we will get using right hand thumb rule, and field will be opposite of M vector. So it will be opposite of the right hand thumb rule. If you have got it, okay. Otherwise, discuss in the study hour. It was a tough question, so no need to panic. Now simple formula I will write. Inductance given, resistance given, voltage given. What is the maximum current in the coil? So maximum current in the coil will be E naught by Z. Z we will write under root R square plus XL square. Every data is given. Omega is 2 pi F. F is 100, means 100 pi, omega is 100 pi. Remaining every data is given. Please understand, this is 240. So E naught I will take 240 root 2. E naught I will take 240 root 2. Resistance given, L given. Do it. Same I will apply here. Maximum current again asked, I will write E naught by Z. Z I will write under root R square plus XC square. Omega again, I will write 2 pi F, which is 120 pi. 110 volt means RMS value given. So I will write 110 root 2. Any data, like they have said 110 volt, not mentioned anything. So in AC, any sinusoidal data, which is a changing data, but they have given one constant value. How you can assign a constant value to something which is fluctuating? You can't, you are not supposed to assign a constant value to something which is changing. So if such value is given without mentioning anything, peak word is not used, instantaneous word is not used, just given 110 volt, that means RMS value given. RMS value given. But if something is appearing like this, 100 sine omega t, EMF is 100 sine omega t. It means now 100 is peak, but only given 100 volt, EMF is 100 volt, means RMS. 171, 2. Okay, we know this. To reduce the resonant frequency, L must be increased, C must be increased. So C will be increased only when you apply another capacitor in parallel. Then only C will increase. Check in remaining case. Check in remaining case. L and C both will be increased, then only omega will be decreased. Power dissipated, direct formula I will use better. Inductor, reactance direct given, XL given, R given, 6 volt RMS mentioned. If they don't mention, then also I will take RMS only. The power dissipated in the circuit will be RMS square by Z into cos phi. Cos phi we can write R by Z. So 36 divided by Z will be, Z square ho jayega. Then Z square will be 4 plus 1, 5. And R is given how much? 2, 72 by 5, which is 14.4. Okay, so that marks the end of the marathon physics. You guys have done well. You can relax. You can pat your back because 4 hours straight, you have given the test. Okay, and then 4 hours you have listened to the discussion. Total 8 hours. Kudos, congratulations to you. Best of luck, bacha party. Tada, bye bye, good night.